Hello and welcome, everyone. How's it going? Happy Friday. It is another Toy Photographer Reacts stream. We're here. We're still doing it. We're still kicking. This is the 16th one of these streams we've done, which means 16 months since we've been doing it. Going strong. How's it going? I see Tomahawk Toy Box is here. Jacob W, Dimitrodon, AB is here. CJ is here. Ferris of the Mall. Bruce is here. Snapface, Toys R Life, Bayo Thomas, Stegosaurus, everybody's here. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope this is the beginning of a great weekend. And I hope this will help kick that off for you. But thank you for letting me be a part of your weekend and your Friday. So yeah, we're here. We're here. So I'm just gonna give another update about my Instagram. I'm sure a lot of people still have no idea what the heck's going on, but I'll just be quick about this. But I'm not going anywhere. I didn't delete my Instagram. I didn't block anybody on Instagram. Currently, my Instagram is temporarily disabled due to suspicious activity. So somebody tried to log into my account. Someone tried to log into my personal Facebook account from Vietnam, and they weren't very successful. But seems like Facebook caught it right away, and so once they caught it, they disabled the account, which includes my personal Facebook, and my Instagram, since they're linked together. And so right now, I'm just waiting on Facebook to just review it and give me my access back. So that's what's going on, and I still am waiting. Still haven't heard anything from it. It's been over 20 days. And yeah, it kind of sucks a lot, for sure. It really sucks. But still trucking. YouTube still staying as active as possible right here. And yeah, and actually, so what I have been trying to be more active on is Twitter, because that is one place I do have, and I can DM and everything on there. So if you're ever looking to get a hold of me for any reason, just go to Twitter and go to Sirdork 730. That's me on Twitter, and I'll be right there. And so I'm trying to get Instagram back. I'll be back as soon as possible. And hey, even if I don't ever get it back and they cut me off forever, I'm just gonna start a new account and I'll get it all back, and it's gonna be fine. So it's all right, you guys. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be all right. But just as an update. And so, because of that whole situation with my Instagram account, it is affecting this month's reaction stream a little bit. Because I pretty much heavily rely on using Instagram, because that's really, how we all use toy photography for the most part, is Instagram. So that's how I kind of revolve the challenges around Instagram. So, basically, I was able to. It's tough. It's really tough. So I was able to get it onto the Toys in Action Instagram account. And that's what I'm going to be using for today. But it does make things kind of sucks, because some people entered their redo challenge, over like a month ago, way before this whole Instagram thing happened. Some people did it after, some people did it in between. So there's no real good way for me to get a hold of everything besides just using the hashtag Sirdork redo, which usually used to be really good, but now Instagram doesn't like to show all the posts in the hashtags, which I'm sure we're all very familiar with. You post something, it doesn't show up in the hashtag, what the heck? It sucks. So usually what I've been doing to get around that is just like, yeah, post in a hashtag and tag me in it, because then I can get it and I'll save everything. And that's been working really great. But if you try to tag Sirdork 730 on Instagram, it won't really work right now. So I did post on the YouTube community tab, just saying, hey, if you want to tag the Toys in Action account, I can see things there. But if not, I'm just going to have to use the hashtag. So that's basically what's happening. So hopefully your post showed up in the hashtag, or you tagged Toys in Action. And if you did that, I definitely would have seen it. But so yeah, that's how it's going to go. So hopefully everything shows up just fine. And so also another way to really keep up with anything with the challenges and stuff like that, keep an eye on the YouTube channel. I post stuff in the community tab there all the time. It will just show up on your subscriptions feed if you're just using YouTube. So it'll be on there, and I'll put things on Twitter as well. So if you're used to me getting updates from me from Instagram, go to those two places, and I'll put there for now until I get everything back. And I see Will in the live chat says Instagram kinda sucks lately. Yeah, kinda is putting it very lightly for sure. But yeah, it does kind of suck right now. So yeah, if you're wondering what's going on, that's what's happening. And throughout the stream, if anyone in the live chat says, "Where's your Instagram account?" which is totally a reasonable thing to say, I'm just gonna say, head back to the beginning of the stream, and that's where the explanation will be. I'll be back. I promise. I totally miss it. I miss going scrolling and seeing everyone's photos so much. I miss it so much. And oh my gosh, there's 55 people here already. Thank you guys so much for being here. Seriously, thank you. And if you are liking it, if you are actually liking it, don't forget to drop an actual like on the video too. That's so helpful. So here we go. Actually, no. I do have to thank a couple new members before I get into that. So if I go right over here, there's 2 new members. One of them right here is my man, Mile High Plastic Guy. Thank you so much for joining. Mile High Plastic Guy actually joined the Dork Master membership, so that's so amazing and awesome. So dude, you are the man. I'm pretty sure he's here right now. Thank you so much for joining. Awesome, you're the man. Love this shot, this Bad Batch shot. It makes me excited to watch the new season coming soon. And also Aaron, who joined, literally I saw it on the live chat while I was prepping for the stream, and I was able to get him on here. So Aaron, you're the man. You're awesome. Oh, hi mom. My mom's here. Everyone say hi to my mom in the live chat. Please say hi to my mom. And so Aaron, thank you so much for joining. I've met Aaron multiple times at this point. Super great guy. So thank you, Aaron, for joining. And if you are interested in joining the membership that I have on the YouTube channel here, if you go underneath the video where it usually says subscribe, there's a little join button, and it says all the things that are included in the membership. We have a Discord server, and I have member-only streams, and this new thing I'm starting called member discussions, where I can bring like 6 people on a live stream all at once, where we can all talk on a member stream. It's really cool. And Snapphase over here says he's been a member for 5 months. Snap, you're the man. So yes, that's all for that. All right, I have my microphone in a new spot right now, which sounds better, but it's like right in the way of me seeing my screen. I'm still always improving at this stuff. So let's go over how to enter one of these streams. How does one enter this stream? So if we go over here, so this is the Sirdork redo challenge, which just means basically redo one of your old shots from a year ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a month ago, however long ago. And if you have any kinds of new skills that you think you've gotten since then, and you can make one of your old photos better, why not do it? Hey Adam, how's it going? I miss Instagram, and I miss you guys. I miss everybody so much. But I did a whole explanation of everything earlier in the very beginning of the stream and what's happening. But I'm gonna be back in some way, shape, or form in the future whenever Facebook decides to get back to me. But to join one of these challenges, it's quite simple. So I'll usually will post these on Instagram and the rules, and I'll also post them here on the YouTube community tab always. And that's funny. The day that this whole Instagram thing happened, I had this redo shot ready to go, and I was gonna post it, and then that's when I couldn't get a hold of it. But this was it. So here are all the rules. If we go to the rules right here. Reshoot a photo you've taken in the past. Can be older or more recent. So redo the shot however you think is a good way to redo it. Just redo it. Make it better. And number 2, post your toy photo on Instagram using the hashtag SirdorkRedo. And include your old and new shot in your post as a swipe. Very important, because we want to see the progress. I can't wait to go over all of these with everyone. There's so many cool, awesome new just seeing the progress is so cool. One submission per person, and it must be a newly posted photo, which means don't go, well, actually it's kind of different with this one, but whenever I say this, I mean, oh, I did this a long time ago, let me just slap the hashtag on that I did a year ago. That's basically what I mean by that. Account must be public so we can see it, and then the deadline, which is today at 5 p.m. And the deadline really is important. It's 5 o'clock because it takes me a couple hours to prep the show. So if you end up posting it like 7 o'clock before the show starts at 8 o'clock, I'll miss it because I will have already put everything together. And then the top 100 shots will be featured on Sirdork Live, chosen by Sweetheart Harley herself. And she has chosen the photos, but she's out right now having a girls' night. So she might be back by the end of the stream. Who knows? And actually, Lake Family YouTube says you should just create a new Sirdork toy webpage to get rid of Instagram altogether. Actually, Harleen and I had a conversation about that because I was thinking about that because that would be really cool. I wouldn't have to be relying on Instagram, and I might try to figure something out like that. But one of the things I do love about Instagram is when we go through the photos, I can see everyone's captions and I can see the behind the scenes if they added it, and I really love having that. So that's one thing we might have to sacrifice if I do something like that. We'll see. But those are basically the rules. And like I said, if you ever want more of this info, all the details about the streams, I'll always have it here on the YouTube community tab. And when I do have Instagram back, I will be posting it there as well, like I usually do. So let's go back over here. And so let me show you my redo. So this is my redo. So this shot here, I took this shot back in 2019, and this is one of my favorite shots that I've ever done because this was just like a huge milestone for me. It was the first time I ever took a photo, finished it, edited it, and then said to myself, like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I did a good job. I'm really proud of this photo. So this is always my favorite photo I've ever done. I combined two big practical effects, which is really cool, and this is the first time I ever really layered different photos on Photoshop and combined multiple things. So this is just a huge milestone for me. This is my favorite photo. I'm sure you've probably seen it all over. It's one all over my website, stuff like that. I just love this photo. This is my favorite photo, and I did redo it, and I don't like the new shot more. I still like the old one. I still like the old one more, but my redo shot was right here. I decided to do it a long way just because I like longer shots now. I used to like wide ones, but I like long ones now. It just fits better. You know, I had different equipment. I had more of an understanding of different things. One thing though is that I took this shot when it was really cold out, and whenever it's colder out, I always feel like I'm rushing. So I feel like I could have done something better if it was warm in the summer or something. But I still like the old shot better, I think. I wonder if I can put them side by side, actually. Let's do that. Here we go. So, yeah, basically, here it is. And they're pretty cool. I still, the old one's better. The old one's definitely way better. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Silver Moon. Thank you, Dimitrodon, Will, JCT. Thank you, guys. But that's my favorite shot, and it was really fun to do it. It was really fun to revisit this photo that I, think very fondly of. So even if, you did this challenge and you weren't happy with your redo, you didn't get a chance to do it or whatever, it's so fun to revisit old shots like this. So I really encourage you to give it a shot and try it again. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys are so awesome. Steve, how's it going? What did I learn? He says, what did you learn by redoing the photo? I don't know. Well, I think I just have I'm just more comfortable with a lot of the things I'm using, which makes me able to, if I want something, I can just go and do it specifically instead of just shooting it and figure it and I don't know, more confident, I guess, with what I'm doing. I don't know, but that is a good question. All right. What do you say we get into some of these shots? So the first shots we're gonna go over are some of the Sirdork members that I have on the Sirdork Master membership tier. So here we go. Starting off with Toy Immersion. He says, this is my submission for this month's Sirdork 730 Toy Photography Challenge. The theme was to redo one of your early toy photos to see how far you've come since then. Swipe to see the original photo. So this is the new one, which is looking fantastic. And this is the old one. Ah, man, you can look at that. Huge improvement. So definitely using, I'm assuming, Toy Immersion, like some kind of digital background. Definitely have a huge understanding of being able to blend the digital background and the figure and everything and make them look cohesive, obviously, in that you pulled that off so well. Just so much more a better understanding. And the posing too, he just looks more natural. You know, just there's so much. There's so much. Toy immersion, there he is. Yes, digital background. Linda says the new one is way better. Love the glowing eyes. Yeah, the glowing eyes, that was a nice touch as well. Very, very nice. And another thing too, before I get too far into these, make sure you're going and supporting these amazing toy photographers. If you're on Instagram, go and follow these accounts. All of them are pulling up. Just go, support, follow, and show them some love. Show some love. So, toy immersion. Awesome work, my friend. Yeah, this looks so good. And I love this little sparkle here. Stegosaurus says great work. Toy immersion. Trunk meat says nice work. Quality and light so much better. Yeah, so great. So freaking awesome. Well done, my friend. And next is F-Stop. F-Stop says, dead or alive, you're coming with me. My entry for the Sirdork redo. So here's the new one. And so the old one is this one. So I like how it's basically the same shot, but he switched characters, which is really cool. And I love how, you know, if you're going to redo it however the heck you want. If that means putting in a different figure, that's awesome. So he used Red Hood before. And if you go back here, you can obviously see some similarities, but just I like the lighting is way cool. I love the shadow on here. I like how you move back a little bit, got a little bit more of the background as well. Maybe your editing too. It seems like maybe you had more of a just like more confidence with editing as well. I feel like you're like when I scroll between these ones, this looks like a nice finished, finalized, edited photo. And then this one, not so much. I mean, this one still looks great, but I feel like you have so much more of a just your editing skills have gone way up as well. But no, awesome. And all the stuff in the foreground is really cool. So you have this kind of, it almost looks like a honeycomb kind of look that you have in this, whatever this stuff in the foreground is. Whatever, it's all over here too. And I don't know what it is you use, if that's an After Effect or what, but it's really cool. It really looks like you have some type of like wiry thing in the front or something. So yeah, this is just, yeah, you killed it. F-Stop, there he is. He says, thank you, I had fun with it. Cool, yeah, it's so much fun doing the redo. It's so much fun. So yeah, dude, well done. It's a chain link fence. That's so cool that a chain link fence gives you this type of foreground bokeh. That's so, it must be the green light that you have reflecting on it. That's so cool. Awesome. That looks so, that's such a cool effect. I would never think that that's like a little chain link fence. That's so cool. Awesome. Awesome. Well done, dudes. Yeah, F-Stop. Killed it, man. Killed it. Thanks for sending it in. And here we go. We got Emerald Knight photo. I remember this, the initial shot of his too, and this is an awesome redo. So Emerald Knight says, coming up on a year since I started toy photography journey, and what a great way to celebrate by revisiting my very first post and trying to remaster it during the Sirdork Redo Challenge. I continue to learn and be inspired by the talented artists here on Instagram and other social media outlets. Swipe right for my first toy post. So this shot alone is just awesome. There's so much cool stuff happening here. So let's see the first one. Yes. See, I remember this shot on his interview stream that we had, and I remember thinking, this is a sweet shot, and this is your first one. Lighting is so cool. And then just look at that. That's just like, it's just like night and day. This new one is incredible. So your composition just looks so much more full. He really looks more like he's in this scene. Like this, I love the lighting and everything in this shot, but it looks kind of more like he's in a diorama. This, no, it looks like he's in the scene. You got some foreground elements, background elements. You got some hazy snow in the front, plus the lighting, everything on his eyes, and the effect in his hand is awesome. There's just so many things to say here. Oh, and here's the BTS. Dr. Awesome says it just looks more confident in every aspect, lighting, pose, and setup. Yeah. This is so good. So awesome. And okay, so yeah, see, he put some of that stuff in the foreground as well. That really made a big difference. And it's the same diorama too. I love that it's everything he uses exactly the same, from the diorama, the figure, the lighting, everything. He just did did better stuff. Yeah, so awesome. Trunk Me says way better composition, nice effects. And Toy Photo Guy says that's a killer dio. Yes, yeah. Emerald Night photos, awesome. It's so cool to see that improvement. That is so cool. This is so, oh, there he is right there. This is super fun, seeing the progress. It's so much fun. This is such a great like theme, such a great theme. So next is from Val Katis Photography. He says, upgrades, people, upgrades. Another photo challenge means another new photo. This month, Sirdork is hosting a photo challenge where you redo an old photo and try to make it better. The first photo I ever posted on my Instagram was a very basic photo of a Gundam model cat in front of a computer wallpaper with some random effects put all over it. It's very much a first photo, lol. I took that original photo and basically reimagined the idea behind it. I wanted the same model kit as the central subject. However, I wanted to build some wreckage myself for the backdrop. Took apart the toy crane I bought for photos and made a destroyed pile of metal. Some Halloween lights, some fake webbing for some fire and smoke. Also added in some other model kits I had too. Just added some extra stuff in. I think the new photo is way better. The depth in the photo alone surpasses the old one, not to mention just adding more lighting, texture, and contrast to everything. It really shows I have learned a lot since first photo, February 2021. Yeah, I mean, the amount you've learned, yeah, of course, you've learned so much. So, okay, this shot is awesome. I love how much is going on here. We've got stuff in the foreground and the background. So, here's the old shot. Yeah, look at that. That's so, yeah, you just like, it's almost like, yeah, your confidence level has gone up, but like to the point where you're ready, like, okay, now I want to have a cool background. I want to have stuff going on. I want to have a cool pose. I want to have lighting. I want to have other stuff. You know, the more confident you get with all this stuff, the more you're willing to like try and add new things to your photo. So that's really cool. Like, awesome job, Val. And I want to see the BTS. Sweet. You got train tracks over here. We got this big pile of stuff in the background. Yeah. Awesome. There's Val in the live chat right now. Says thanks, guys. And Linda says your improvement really shows. Great job. And Nilla Gorilla says doesn't even look like the same photographer. That's a great that's awesome compliment. That's really cool. Yeah, honestly, doesn't even look like the same thing. That's so cool. I mean, your first shot really is cool. Your first shot really is cool. When I look at this, it feels like a video game to me. I don't know anything about Gundam. There might be video games, but this feels like a video game to me. But which is really cool. But this feels like real life. You know? So awesome. Val, really awesome job, man. I hope you're feeling super proud of that, because it came out great, dude. And next is from Mile High Plastic Guy. Reshot one of my toy photos, my first toy photos I ever took. The old one is a Mini Mates Wolverine. Mini Mates Wolverine that belongs to my oldest son. The picture was taken almost 5 years ago while I was on a hike visiting Colorado from our home in Iowa. The new one, Marvel Legends Wolverine, this picture was taken in what is basically my backyard, which also happens to be in Colorado. This is the first photo I've taken using canned air to create the practical effect. Let's go back to the new one. Awesome. Yeah, the canned air is so handy. Once everything was set up, I could see the screen to line up the photo and adjust the focus, so this was effectively a blind shot. Oh, wow. Fun fact, I encountered a Black Widow spider during the reshoot. These two pictures are my submissions for this month's Sirdork challenge. Awesome. So yeah, totally different photo. So here we go. We got, it's like, we go from cutesy to like angry and like badass. But I mean, I think the first photo has a lot of character. I mean, the Colorado stuff in the back, the background is beautiful and everything looks very nice and crisp and clean. But this has all of that, plus the splashes going on are really cool. We've got a full-sized figure. His pose, he just looks angry. So yeah, really cool. it's just seeing the switch here. And I love the change of medium too. You know, you're going from the little mini mates to a full-size figure, which that alone gives you so much more freedom to, you know, be more expressive with your character and your figure to move them around and make them do what you want them to do. You know, little mini mates. You can only do so much with them. And I will say, you did do great with what you had with him. And Ladande says, wow, great shot, and he got his shot while fighting spiders, LOL. Yes. And Nutty Bakers says, they're both great, nice use of the surroundings. I agree. Yeah. So Mile High Plastic Guy, awesome work, my friend. Linda says he upgraded to big boy toys. And Dr. Awesome had also great point, says what's most interesting is the changes of the style. So cool. I agree. That is really cool seeing that. So that's really awesome. And next shot is from Northern Fred. November Sirdork Redo Challenge. Used some different figures and used a reflector. E.T. still hasn't learned to watch his back, so I have to see the original post. Okay, so here's the original. This is so cool. Totally different. So your original one, these look like those little mini, those blind box guys. And it is really cool seeing these two together, but just seeing what you were able to do with this now is just like, is awesome. And I love the use. Northern Fred has just great use of the surroundings he lives in, you know, the upstate New York stuff. Just really great use of that. And I love how you guys got more snow than we did, but a little bit of snow, a little bit of grass on there. I think that's a really cool setting. So great job just taking advantage of that. And of course the figure upgrade adds to it so much, and it just looks so much more realism. You know, just killed it. Stegosaurus says the angles on the original toy photo is really cool, but I wish had movie accurate ET like this. Here we go. Yeah, I agree. Hey Ben. So yeah, awesome. Fred, I love seeing this. This is so much fun seeing this swipe like this. I might do a redo challenge again in the future, just to, I don't know, it's just a really cool concept to be able to see all these. So yeah, Fred, you killed it, man. Thanks so much for sending it in. And next is from Toy Stories. This is my entry for the Sirdork redo shot. Such a simple photo has given me such a headache. Hey, that happens sometimes, doesn't it? You know, especially it's just like it's when we have a specific vision on our head, and you know we're just trying to get that vision. That's what gives us the headache. So here's the new shot. Here's the old shot. Look at that. So cool. So one thing is that Carlos Toy Stories has really developed a his very own identifiable style with his photos, and you know, it takes everybody a little bit to find that, you know, and get to that place where, you know, and you start seeing that identifiable style. And so when I see this newer one, I see that style of yours, and that's really cool to see how you took an older shot of yours and then you just added that nice little new sprinkle of your own style that you have now. And it's really awesome. And so yeah, the figure and the posing, there's a lot more emotion in him right now, and which looks great. The colors are cool. The orange that around him, and then the very cool tones in the background, I think look really cool. So yeah, Tomahawk says you killed it. And Mile High says, I've yet to nail down a definitive style. You know what? You don't, like, that's something you don't, like, nail down. It just happens. You know, you just, your brain naturally starts to, I forgot to get rid of this thing. Your brain naturally just starts, that's just the way you create, just because it's you know? And I bet you probably already have that kind of style. You know, you just probably don't realize it. So yeah, huge improvement. The green on screen says that is an awesome improvement. Yeah, just so much. You don't even have to say anything. It's just like, yeah, huge. Trunk meat, perfect. He says, you don't find a style. The style finds you. Yeah, exactly. The style is literally just like a product of the way of the stuff you like to see. Just your personal preferences expressing themselves into something physical to look at. That's all it is. Lego shot came in. Says well done. Toy Stories killed it, man. Awesome work. Awesome work. Next is from Average Guy Collects. And he says, here's my submission for the Sirdork redo. Super Saiyan 3 Goku was one of my first big purchases when I got into toy photography. Instead of doing my usual dioramas or action shots, I felt like recreating this shot. Simple but stoic pose. Sometimes I really like that I like that simple stoic kind of pose, stuff like that. I love that. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know. So many heroes have that just simple, confident pose, and I also enjoy shooting. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about me. But okay, so here's the new shot, and here's the old one. Awesome. And so it's just really cool too, because Austin, like, doing when you're trying to redo a shot like this is just like, you know, a portrait. There's not a lot of other things, different things happening as far as like your pose and background and stuff that you're going to try and recreate in a new way, because you're focusing on that portrait. And so I love how you still were able to just like add to that and just like, I don't know, it's cool. You built off of this very simple shot and made a ton of great new things for you to recreate and redo in this new one. So I love the addition of the halo on there. That's really great. And his eyes look really great. I don't know if whatever you did to boost those up, but those look awesome. And Super Saiyan 3 is always one of my favorite forms, so I love this one. So yeah, the lighting looks fantastic. I love it's almost like the lighting really is coming from his hair and the halo. It really looks like that. Linda says, love the new photo. Lighting is great. Lighting is so smooth, says Dr. Awesome. Yeah, such a good one. Everyone's talking about the lighting. Yeah, lighting is really cool. It really does look like it's coming from the halo. I wonder if that was your intention, because it really looks like that. And I love the reflective surface. Seeing that little bit goes a long way. So yeah, huge. Look at that. Just look at the difference. It's so cool. So awesome. Comic Dad says gorgeous lighting. I agree. I definitely agree with that right there. All right, so the next shot is from Stegosaurus Rex, who is right here in the live chat. He says, my entry to the Sirdork Redo Challenge November's theme was redoing an old shot, so I redid one of my first. The original was taken on a Pixel 3, the new one was shot on a Canon 7D. Most of the heavy lifting here is Photoshop. I comped a lot of dirty lighting passes, specifically knowing I was going to be mixing a lot. The gems are 3D in Photoshop, which I've always wanted to try out, but when I opened the 3D workspace, I received a message warning that 3D is going away. Oh man. And that they don't expect 3D to work properly for all the features. And that ended up becoming very apparent when working with it. Well, it was very handy to have it all in one program, and I may do it again, despite the bugs. Well, the gems look really cool. They look really cool. So let's go to the old one. Oh, cool. This is awesome. Original image for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. Oh, cool. Oh, sweet. We get a time lapse. This is awesome. Let's watch. Wow, there's so much. Whoa, that's really cool. The 3D stuff. I didn't know that this was a thing. That's so cool. Wow, and those it went a little crazy. The lightning was hand drawn. That's so awesome. Well, what I really like about the diamonds, the first thing, is I love the fact that you were able to adjust the different focus on each one of the. So like as these ones get closer, they're getting more out of focus because they're not in the focus line. Which really adds to the depth of the photo. It makes these really feel real, like really feels real. So that's really cool. And I like how you decided, like, cause your original shot is really cool, and all this stuff you're using in the diorama is really cool, and it blends great with the background. And I like how you wanted to redo this, but you didn't hold yourself. You're like, you know what? I want to make him floating, and I want to make the gems. And I don't know anything about Sonic, so I'm assuming these gems are you know, a Sonic thing. But I like how you didn't hold yourself to that. So that's really cool. And it's still the same photo too. It's almost like this is like a sequel to the photo. First he was here, and then in the next panel, you know, he's doing all this. I like that. I think that's awesome. Steak, you killed it, man. This is really great. This is such a cool shot and super impressive with all the after effects you were able to put in quite successfully, I would say. So well done, Steak. You killed it, man. Awesome. Thank you for sending the shot in. And next is from Resolute Ronin. I posted my first photo with this figure back in February. I decided to revisit the shot for my submission for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. I think shooting outdoors has made a huge difference. Let me know what you think of the difference. So this was back in February, which really isn't that long ago. And wow, look at that. It's so cool because when like toy photography there's so many different ways and approaches. You can really go and try to make yourself like, okay, these are toys and I want them to look like toys. Or you can go with the aspect of be like, these are toys, but I want them to look like real life people. And that's what this looks like. This looks like a real life person. So if you switch back, you look at this and like, oh, cool toy photography shot of this toy. When you look at this, you're like, oh wow, cool photo. Whoa, wait, that's a toy? That's awesome. That's the way I see it, and that's really, really cool. So all the effects you're using look great, look fantastic. Dr. Awesome says, or you could go with Lego and scrap realism. Hey, I love this two different approaches, you know, like I love making my photos not feel real, making them feel like toys, you know, there's totally like that, but yeah, huge improvement. The pose looks more natural too, the fact that, you know, he's using so much more of his torso to raise it, as opposed to this, he's the older one. You know, he's raising it up, but just kind of using his arm a little bit more stiff. So yeah, so much more smooth in the pose, which looks more natural. Everything, the background, just yeah, you killed it. And I love the fact that you were able to, you know, not cropped it, but you added in the borders here, because you know your photo is just so big and you wanted to get all of that in there, as opposed to back then you're kind of probably not really thinking so much about that when you took the photo. So I think that's really cool. Oh, Toy Stories, thanks for the super chat, man. It says all great shots, dudes. I saw someone mention it's hard to find their style. Keep working and it will come to you. Practice is everything, you'll get there. I agree. Your style will just come to you. Don't even think about it. Just keep doing what you like, and the style will just show up. For sure. But Resolute Ronin, this shot is awesome. Like, it's just such a cool improvement. And yeah. And also notice too, like you used like the physical plastic effect for the hammer, and this time you're like, nope. And that looks so good. It looks really, really good. So Resolute Ronin, well done, man. Well done, my friend. And next is Toy Capture, Linda, who is right here in the live chat. And this is so cute. So here's my submission for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. I decided to use the photo I previously submitted for critique and added the suggested changes. Oh yeah, I also gave Grogu a helmet. So this is the original one, which is really cool. And I love how, you know, the bike is tipping, which makes it look like he's hitting the brake. And little Grogu's holding on back there. And so much improvement here. I just love everything's more full. There's so much color in here. The fact that you put a helmet on Grogu's head is freaking hilarious and adorable. And I also like how you turned Mando's head to look more at the screen. It just kind of looks, I don't know, they're looking at the camera. I think that's really funny. That was a nice change. The effects too, you got little things flying up here, and looks like you had some smoke. Maybe that was Atmosphere Aerosol. You get the headlights. Yeah, there's just so much more happening here. This is like such a great, like, one-for-one redo, but just added in so much awesome stuff. You know, it's just like a way better version of this one. I love it. This came out so good. Toy Immersion says great job on the motion blur. I agree, especially right on the wheel. The wheel really looks like it's moving. And Ladande says, I love how they're making their getaway. Great storytelling. I agree with that. Jacob says, Manda looking at the camera gives off major check this out vibes. That's so funny. And here's Linda in the live chat. She says, it was actually compressed air, held the cans upside down to get the smoke. Awesome. It worked perfectly because you got the air and you got some dust kicking up. So that's awesome. Yeah, placed perfectly, says Nila Gorilla. So awesome. Linda, you freaking killed it. So awesome. All right, so let me pull up the other stuff here, and we'll get into all of the. So that's the rest of the Sirdork member masters. Thank you guys for being part of the membership and all of that. So you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you so much. There's 66 people here. Thank you for executing Order 66 on this video with me today. It is my honor. So, here we go. Let's get started here. And the first shot is from Mr. Clown with Duffy. Good old Duffy, right from the start. I would not normally retake a photo, but I decided to do this one for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. The original photo made little sense. Why is this elf in a chair on the show? Also, Duffy needed to be more active, so I have reimagined it. So here's the new one, and here's the old one. Actually, yes, I do like, so just Duffy alone. So this is before Duffy was getting clothes and stuff. And he's teaming up with Kingpin over here, but now Duffy's got, he's got a cool jacket, jeans, shoes, and now he's got a sword. He has totally upgraded from the staff to the sword. And I like how he's got like goons. These are his like gang goons, holding up the elf, which is so funny. Nutty Bacon says, I'm gonna have to do a shot like this. This is great. Awesome. Yeah, so much inspiration. Every time I do one of these streams, there's just so much inspiration. So, Mr. Clown, I love to see whatever Duffy is up to, whether he's being a bad guy, because he kind of looks like a bad guy in this one. Usually he's a good guy, but just saying. Love to see what Duffy's doing, but now I get to see what Duffy's doing in a more, I don't know, just a newer lens, Physically, maybe a newer lens, or maybe just metaphorically newer lens. But yeah, love it. Mr. Clown, well done, as always. Thanks for always keeping us updated with what Duffy's up to. Dimitrodon says, Duffy the boss. And next is from Action Figtography, Ben himself, who's right here in the live chat. So, his original shot right here, we've got Boba jumping up. And the troopers are almost like pointing at him. He's like, whoa! And so, in the newer shot, Ben was able to do the same thing, but, completely remove the stand, which is not easy to do, especially with such a big stand like that. So, very, very well done. And also the figures the troopers are down on the ground this time. Boba Fett has taken them out. So Ben, well done, my friend. This is great. Always great work from Action Figtography. Ben himself, always killing it. Thank you, Ben. You're the man. And Snapface says, great improvement removing the sand. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Ben, as always. And next is from Dark Scythe 25 Tanner. It says, what will it be, Burke? Fight with what you got and die with dignity, or will you flee and die like the coward you are? Here's my entry for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. It was hard to choose a shot since I've taken so many shots over the years. I decided on this one because I was never truly satisfied with the end result of the original, which I took back in January of 2019. For this shot, I replaced Spider-Man with Burke. I used a diorama I recently bought, filled the scene with more background props, and added some well-needed lighting to give suspense. This was fun trying to remake an old shot. Thank you for the challenge. Thank you for entering the challenge, Tanner, as always, and for being the man. So here's the new shot, which looks great. And wow, look at that. It's so cool because, like, when you're first starting out with toy photos, like you kind of just resort to making things as simple as you can, because like you're still trying to figure out everything, you know. And you know, the better you get, the more comfortable, the more skill you acquire, you're able to add so much more in. And with this, you've got like cool lighting, you've got the figures in these cool, like, expressive, communicative poses where it looks like they're interacting, which is really cool. And in this, you know, you got kind of the idea, but in this, you've got so much. So this is really cool. And Adam says, looks like the ubiquitous Dio set. It does kind of look like that. Maybe it is. Maybe Tanner will let us know. And Toy Immersion says, nice use of props, really fills the shot. It does really fill the shot. You got all kinds of stuff. Even these little thingies back here. And oh, is there a BTS? Awesome. We love BTS. Linda says, great improvement. A lot of shots are showing that lighting really improves your shot. Yes, lighting is definitely a huge thing. That is something that, you know, you get an understanding of just the more you shoot, really. So Tanner, this is awesome, and I'm glad you decided you want to take a little bit of creative freedom and change up some figures, stuff like that. So awesome. Dark Flame Master says, I hope I improve too. I'm just starting. Dark Flame Master, as long as you just keep doing it and trying new things, you're gonna look back at some of your old photos and be like, wow, I've come a long way, and you're gonna feel proud of yourself. So awesome. Thank you, Tanner, for sending in that shot. You know what? I forgot to get a drink. I'm going to be all thirsty. Next shot is from Lucan. He says, you can't undo the past, but you can certainly not repeat it. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willie. All right. Edited all on the phone, also with PixArt. Wow, that's amazing. My shot for the Sirdork redo stream, the original is the second pick, my original profile pic, and my first photo on this account. Follow one another and show some support. First photo on this account, and that was his profile picture for a long time. Awesome. Look at that. That's so cool how this, you know, your original shot is great. It's so much more simple, and now you're like, you know what? I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm going to make it, just add all this cool stuff in the background. There's all kinds of stuff. We've got explosions. We've got a friggin' Republic tank in the background, and even the way in the background, we've got just stuff, and we've got all these lens flares and just so much to look at. You're looking at it and you're just like, whoa. And that's pretty impressive. PixArt on the phone. If you're looking for a good app to edit on the phone, check out PixArt. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a text as to what I want for dinner from Harleen. She says, what I want for dinner. Sounds amazing. She's gonna get me some chicken tendies for dinner. Thanks, babe. All right. Anyway. So yeah, Lucan, you killed it, man. So awesome. There he is. Thanks, bro. Here, just got here. yeah, such a huge improvement, man. So much cool stuff to think about. And it's just cool how differently our minds think, you know, back when it's just we're able to just complicate our shots and add so much cool stuff to it. You know, the more Toy Immersion says no Denny's tonight. She's at Denny's right now. That's what she's getting. But no, Lucan, you killed this shot. You absolutely killed it. So thanks for sending it in, as you always do. Thanks for being the man. You're awesome. And also, Agent Chachi in the live chat says, how do we submit for more pics for review? How do you submit pics for review? If you go to the beginning of the stream, I go through all the rules over there, and you know, I post them all in the YouTube community tab. But I am realizing that I missed some BTS. So, okay. Oh, okay, so this is the background he used. And then this is the shot of Rex he used. And this is how he was able to seamlessly add them all together. Awesome. That's so cool. Lucan always adds so much detail with how he edits the shots. So, hey, Random Figs. So, yeah, awesome work, Lucan. Thank you again, my man. Next is from Phil Forehand. I like that name. Alice on a trail. When I first started playing around with toy photography, I shot on an instant camera outside, sometimes with hand-drawn backgrounds. As the swipe will show, I've started using my phone and going for more digital art look. That said, this new background was digitally drawn by me and printed to use with the figure. That's cool. But true to what I do now, I edited it further to make it feel more cohesive. Hope you love my efforts. Yeah, so Phil Forehand, yeah, he's definitely going for this really cool digital art kind of look, and I love that. It's such a unique style. And so here we go. Here's the original. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that improvement. That's so cool. And yeah, his style is so cool. It looks and feels like digital art, and to the point where you're able to edit the way the figure looks and make it fit with the background. I would like, this is something you'd look at and I'd be like, I didn't know this was a toy. I didn't know this was a figure at all. And that's really cool. And you have such a unique style. With, you know, this is something that you don't really ever see, especially on our, you know, the streams and stuff. So cool. So yeah, Phil Forehand, awesome. Keep doing your thing and being so different. I love that. And the green on the screen says it actually looks like an animation. Yeah, it does. I agree. It looks like an animated, I don't know, like a like an animated movie or whatever. I know exactly what you're thinking. That's what I'm thinking too. So Phil Forehand, awesome work, and thanks for sending it in. And so next is from Off the Shelf Pictures. It says, I am inevitable. I had a brief moment to take this Sirdork redo shot. Second slide was the original I took back in May of 2022. Been doing the hobby for about 10 months now. It's been a hectic week, but I always found the hobby therapeutic. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. In 10 months, the fact that you're able to go from this to this, that's crazy. What a crazy, is this the same figure? This is the Mezco one, right? It looks like it is. Yeah. This is crazy. Off the Shelf Pictures. This is awesome, dude. You really, there's some huge improvements. So, there's just like everything. So we've got this shot of the figure, and there's just, you know, this is kind of like, you know, you're just figuring out, like, you're snapping a, you know, picture of your toy, and then this is like, okay, I'm gonna set this up like this with all these defeated enemies around and get this cool lighting, and I want to have bokeh in the background, and I want to have red over here and blue. I want him holding Iron Man's head. Yeah, there's just so much more depth of what's going on. This actually tells a story. The original shot, it's kind of like a cool portrait. And this one has a story that's being told. Thanos has defeated all of our heroes, and he stands victorious. You know, that's the story. That's so cool. Such a cool, huge improvement. Tomahawk Toy Box says, so good. Toy Immersion says, well done, bro. Lucan says, man, it is cool to see how you guys have progressed. I agree. Jacob says, both are amazing shots on their own. Yeah, both are great. And yeah, some huge improvement. And the fact that you're able to get this much more understanding in 10 months, that's crazy. It makes me think like, wow, I wonder what it's going to be in the next 10 months, you know? That is so cool. Amazing work, man. Killed it. Next shot is from Silver Moon, and I know Silver Moon is here in the live chat. So thanks for being here, my friend. So Silver Moon says, this is my entry for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. I decided to reshoot an old photo I took from last year. Originally, I took the photo in the spring and in my basement using a white towel as snow. I always added in some effects digitally to represent falling snow. This time I was able to take the shot outside in the sun with real snow. Awesome. I was lucky enough that I was as I was shooting, some snow fell down from a nearby tree and created effects similar to what I had. Wow, so the snow falling was just from a tree? You didn't like, that's crazy. You won't find the original photo on my Instagram, as I've only had this count since spring of last year. Instead, you can find this shot on my DeviantArt. Oh, that's cool. So, but if we swipe, here's the original shot. Wow, look at that. That is so cool. That is such a huge improvement. That's so cool to see that. Wow. So the lighting is so cool from the sun. And I also would say just your like framing and your way you're able to compose everything together that's something a great plus in this newer shot. And I do think the angle was cool on this last one. It really shows the like interaction between them, but I think it's just even better with this one. And the confidence of bringing it outside, and I know it's tough if you're used to indoor to going outdoor, vice versa, stuff like that. So really, really great. Nutty Bacon says, wow, that's crazy improvement. Nilla Gorilla says, very clear shot. And Mr. Poop Farts a Lot says, wow. Awesome. Yeah, Silver Moon, really well done, my friend. And there he is in the live chat, Silver Moon. He says, thank you, everyone. Thank you, dude. Thanks for sending it in. Thanks for being here in the stream. You are the man. And next is from Benny, the collector. Says, a redo of a Mando shot I did 2 years ago. I took it from a different angle since I realized how important angles are in photos. This is my submission for a redo. It's true. Angles are super important. I actually just put out a whole video on angles a couple weeks ago. So make sure to, anyway. So Benny the collector. This is such a clean shot. So clean. Look at that awesome cape. And so here is the original. Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. It's like, I love this. This is just like, it's almost like the exact same shot too. It's almost like you went in the exact same spot. Everything is exactly the same, but it's just like, just understanding of what you need to do to take a photo and make it awesome. It's just like you have that understanding now, and you're using all that understanding to make this shot look like this now. Oh no, I did it. Here it is. So yeah, just like that's so cool, Benny. And here he is. Benny's right there. Thanks, Benny. So yeah, huge improvement. And yeah, that angle is really is huge. And not only the angle, just like it's crisp. The colors are beautiful. You see so much of what Mando's pose and everything because of that. This is a great cape, by the way. So yeah, well done, Benny. Thank you for being here and for sending in the shot, my friend. And next is from Ladande himself, and Ladande has been in here since the beginning of the stream, pretty sure. But he says, I'm a loss for words because without you I have no voice. R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. I know, that's so sad. That's so crazy that Kevin Conroy's gone. But the following is a reshoot of my original Conroy tribute shot. In my haste, I put the wrong name on the tombstone. See, kids, never multitask and take toy photography. Could not let this stand, so I had to reshoot it. Kevin Conroy will be missed. Hey, Will! Thanks for the super chat, man. Loving everyone's shots. Bummed I didn't get to submit this time. But tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm going to bang out the next challenge tomorrow. Awesome! That's so cool. Well, everyone say happy birthday to Will in the live chat. Happy birthday, Will! And, hey, if you ever want, you can always just redo something anyway. You got tons of great ones that I'm sure would be awesome for you to redo. You don't have to do the challenge to participate in the redo, So, here's Ladande's shot. So, here's the original one, Tim Conroy. And so, I kind of like the way you did the redo on this. It's like, it's not like you took a photo a long time ago and now you're redoing this. It's almost like you took a shot and then you quickly realized, I need to fix this, and then you went and fixed it. And you know what? I will say, on top of the fact that, yes, you got his first name right this time, so that's an improvement. But I think the angle is way better. I think the angle is really cool, and I like how he's putting his arm on the gravestone and everything. So I think this is great, and also a great tribute to the legend himself. And I do really like how he's holding a tissue in his hand, which is really sad. And Jacob also says, I love the addition of the brick walls in the background. That was a great addition. Yeah, that definitely makes it feel more in realism for sure. And the lighting is better too, says Nilla Gorilla. So much. It's amazing how much you learn in a couple days or however long it took you to redo it. So yeah, this is really cool. And what is this gravestone made out of? It looks like it's made out of like plaster or something. really, really weird. But it came out great. I mean, whatever it was you used to make it, it's perfect. So Ladonde, thanks for doing it. Oh, and he's right here. Thanks, Ladonde. So the next shot is from Memory Lane. I have to submit that when I did the first image for the Sirdork America Challenge, it was a little rushed and never entirely happy with it. I thought that it lacked something, and the Sirdork Redo Challenge gave me a chance to have another go at it. The main thing in the original image, which is right here, I thought that it looked a little cold, and it was too many different colors, and the look wasn't the look I was after with the new image. I had a chance to make it more like a movie poster. This gave me a chance to change the BG and then the red of the lightsaber tied into the red of the planet, and I had some lights on the statue to give it a red glow. The Micro Machine toys that I used for the spaceships in the original did not work out as well as I had wanted as well, so I improved on that in the new image. I also think that I overdid the fog in the original one, which looked too much like I was trying to hide mistakes. In a way, I suppose I was. Anyways, thanks again to Sirdork. This is awesome. This is a huge mega improvement. And this is crazy, that knowing the fact that these are like this is a statue, like that's so cool. And everything molds together so well. This looks like a desktop background. This looks like something you're gonna go on Google and like, I want a cool Star Wars background, and you pull this up. Doesn't this look like a perfect just like background for your computer? Which is I would say a huge compliment. It's just like a cool piece of art, you know. It's so cool, and I would say huge improvement. Everything just looks better, and you're right. Usually I'm more for like all different colors, but the fact that you kind of made everything this reddish tone, I think, was really was a good idea. Really cool. Linda says love the color, my favorite, and Silver Moon says looks freaking amazing, epic. Ben says love the color. Yeah, awesome. Comic Dad says I agree with Ben. The color's awesome. Everybody, yeah. And Will says looks like it could look like a poster, and so does Silver Moon. Awesome. Yeah, Memory Lane. Awesome job. This is so cool. Nilla Gorilla says the red gives it a mood. I agree. Oh, and Ladonde talking about his says the tombstone was made out of Cheerios box and packing foam with texture. Oh, packing foam. Wow. Awesome. That worked out really well. Okay, so the next shot is from Hello There Toys. This is my entry for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. The original shot of the post of match John Moxley was taken around January 2021 and was one of the first photos I ever posted. Back then I was taking pics with my phone and only had a single desk lamp pointing in the wrong direction. Not the wrong direction, just maybe not what you like nowadays. Oh no! Whew, this is when I gotta stop and breathe because then my body just starts yawning without. Anyway, I've actually been meaning to redo the shot for a long time. And so here he is, sitting down, smoking a cigar. And so here's the original shot. Okay, so here's the inspiration for the original shot. And then here's the original shot. And here is the, yeah, this is huge improvement. I love you still kept the tone. Very, like the tone you kept, I think, perfectly. And the lighting does look great. And the posing is much more natural, for sure. Toy Photo Guy says that's definitely a Mox pose. I don't know anything about Mox, but yes. I agree. Hey Aaron, how's it going? But yeah, and you did a great job with the pose and the cigar. I think that looks really natural. That looks really cool. And so this is cool to see. Inspiration shot and then redone shot. So I think you killed it. Everything looks good. Posing, feels, yeah, lighting and tone. I mean, you really kept that tone. So yeah, just this is. Killed it, man. The green on screen says, does anyone know the best way to Photoshop a lightsaber in toy photography? The green on screen, if you go into my editing playlist on the channel, I have a tutorial on that exact thing. So hopefully that helps. But hello there, toys. Thanks for sending in the shot. And thanks for being awesome. Next shot is from Cartoon Bad Guys. I like that name. Technically, this image doesn't qualify for the Sirdork Redo Challenge, as it is not a redo of an old photo. It does emphasize the importance of the redo, however. Before I'd set up, shoot, edit, and call it all good, but important to remember to push on. Even if I were happy with the first result, sometimes we are poor at judging our own work. If you redo and don't note improvement, yes, stop, but just redo to improve. The final shot is my third attempt, so I was unenthusiastic with the first attempt. Didn't even save my files. Along with this file setup 2 and 3, I've added a little BTS low budget setup. Posted on Thanksgiving, and thanks Jared for setting up these challenges. Even if I can't attend the stream, I find the challenges inspiring. Awesome. That's so cool. Okay, so here's the original shot. And so this wasn't an old shot. It's almost like he just came back and decided to redo it. And wow, huge improvement on that. Okay, so here's the BTS. And I don't know the name of this guy. What's the name of this guy? Live chat from Masters of the Universe. Where's Emerald Knight when you need him? Oh, you used a wow, speaking of cigars. Wait, is there sound here? Can you guys hear this? Is he talking about it? Hordak. That's Hordak. Thanks, guys. Jacob and Silver Moon. So, yeah, this is huge. So this shot is really cool. I really like the lighting, and I like the bokeh in the background and the way the orange is kind of illuminating the stuff in the background. That's really cool. But then you go to the new one, and I think just, like, huge improvement. And, yeah, you're able to really... the scene is kind of told and just, like, illustrated in a much easier way for the viewer to understand. And, you know, I think that was a huge improvement. So that was just a great choice and that angle. Awesome. And so the background looks great. I love the blues. The lightning obviously looks cool. So yeah, and everything is so much clearer. You know, you see both of them too. You can see Hordak and you can see He-Man so clearly. So yeah, huge improvement. So the first one's awesome. All the first shots are awesome, but yeah, huge improvement. Great choices on this. And it still qualifies. You redid a shot, even though I said an older shot, but can be new or recent or old. But so yeah, awesome. Cartoon Bad Guys. Nutty Bacon says, Jared, you inspired me to get a Stormtrooper, and I already ordered another one. Addicted. Oh no! Hey, don't blame me. That's just what Stormtroopers and what Star Wars does to you. And Cartoon Bad Guys, yeah, awesome. Thanks for sending it in, my friend. Next is from Ultrafly44. Miles has been at it for a while now. My pick for this month's entry into Sirdork Challenge Redo. I've been wanting to retry this one for over a year. Swipe for the original photo from May of 2021. So here's the original photo. Original photo is awesome. I would say the original photo looks great, and I really like how he's like jumping on his fist. And we've got Peter Parker over there kind of just watching as it happens. But if you go to the new one here, just like, this is just like everything. Like, but this shot is awesome, and it looks, the lighting is really cool. But in this newer one, you were able to set everything up and angle everything in a way that really makes it feel much less like toys on a table. You know, like everything, and the effect you have here where his fist is hitting the ground. That sells and makes it look like motion. And I love how he's floating here in the Spidey sense. Looks so great. And I also think you really killed it with the background too, with making the background feel real. And you know, you got more characters in the background too, but still the same kind of thing going on. Zealous says Miles can't stand a chance against the Juggernaut. But yeah, this is a great one. The new shot really came out and looks like Miles, like the Miles Morales game, says Aaron. That's cool. Draco says amazing fight scene. Yeah, this is really cool. The way you have everybody posing to really make it look like there's some type of actual action and movement happening between the figures. So that's really, really cool. Hey, Sanitized sends a super chat and just says, love this channel, dude. Well, Sanitized Inc. I appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, which sounds like you are, thanks for being here. You're awesome. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Thanks for being here, and thanks for the super chat. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. But Ultrafly, this is awesome. Really well done. Keep it up. It makes me think like when we should do in like 2 years, we should do another redo, but redo the same photo we redid. So it'll be like a third redo. See if we can even improve it even more in 2 years or something. That'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe we'll do that. But actually, that wouldn't really work because not everyone did this job. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just like spitting out things in my head right now. All right, so the next shot is from Pick by Penguin. My submission for the Sirdork redo. This one was difficult to do. Ideally, I used crackling balls for the explosion effect, but since I don't have them, 3 sparklers were used. The old version was done a year ago, and although I think that the updated version could have looked a bit better, I'm satisfied with how much further I have come. So, yeah, there's so much going on over here. This is awesome. Toxin. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but Toxin's going crazy over there. Come here, buddy. You alright, pal? He's good. But, okay, so this first shot is really cool. I love how he's walking away, shooting behind him, and which is kind of like what happens in that first Iron Man movie. But with this one, you can see him doing the same thing, but there's like stuff going on. It's like the same. It's almost like the same thing the character is doing, but now the whole environment is reacting to the character, which is cool, and that's whole part of toy photography, you know. So that's so cool, and the use of the sparklers look great. And I don't know what this is right here. This is almost like a little bit of a lens flare, you know, right? I don't know, but that looks cool. And Dr. Awesome says, cool guys don't look at explosions. Oh yeah. This is true because it's also a lot safer to not look at the explosion. I'll tell you that right now. So this just came out great. Comic Dad over there here in the live chat, just send in fire and hearts. I agree with that. Excuse me. And Draco Zingora says, great work with the fireworks. Hey, that's one way to improve any photo. You can have the best photo ever, but if you added some explosions, that's just a way to make it better. That's not always the case. But it is fun. Explosions are fun. Pick by Penguin. Awesome shot, my friend. And thanks for sending it in. Glad you're able to use some sparklers. That was awesome. Next shot is from Dr. Awesome himself. Here he is. Says, I have you now. Here's my shot for the Sirdork redo. The first slide is my shot for the event, and the second is the original photo I based this shot on. For this, I simply changed up the angle and removed the choppy force full effect, using the color correction polish a little more. I really enjoyed retaking this, and I have been filming the process, hoping to make a video talking about the process and making light of the fact I forgot to redo a photo until 5 hours before the live stream. So keep an eye out for that. Cool, I definitely want to see that. So here's the original shot. The original shot is really cool, and I think the effect is quite awesome. But this new shot is so cool. The fact that you were able to, I think the biggest thing you notice here is the Vader and the Rebel. They blend with the background perfectly. It looks like they're there, you know. This looks like a dark, cloudy day on Hoth, and that's just like I'm getting those kinds of lighting tones on Vader as well as everything back there, and it looks so good. Oh, Dr. Awesome says, I knew it was worth staying up past 2 a.m. Oh man, it's 2 a.m. over there where you are. Oh my gosh, thanks for sticking around, dude. But no, the shot came out great. And even the pose, I mean, there's only so much you can do with posing Lego, but looks like you did the thing where you pop the arms out so you can get a little bit more joint action going on there, which looks great. That's a nice plus too. Awesome. Mile High Plastic Guy says it's only 7:15 here. It is 9:17 here. Jealous of everybody over in California all the time. But anyway, Dr. Awesome came out great. Thank you for being in here, as you always are. You are the best. Thank you. You're the man. And Ferris of the Mall says most excellent. So the next shot is from Waltman, 1987. November challenge to redo an original image to show your skills have improved. First photo is a together image of one of my original figures, the small and newer edition of the 7-inch figure. The new The second one is a redo candidate. The third is a redo with a bigger figure, and the fourth and fifth are bonus shots while I set up the original. Cool. So many things learned. My biggest challenge was being 50 plus years old and not having any figures. I began picking up some Dollar Tree figures, Batman. So this is a Dollar Tree figure? Awesome. But realize how much you can do with basic toys. I have been since picked up some Black Series, Marvel Legends, and McFarlane DC. One of my biggest challenges is getting a good and creative lighting along with effects. My biggest observation with these guys, make it look easy. I still get to location even if my yards or oh cool, if I'm in a yard or a barn, awesome. And realize batteries are dead. Yeah, all been there. Forgot to reload my memory card. So this is cool. So this is the original shot here, which I'm gonna say this shot looks really cool. The way the sparkler from below is in the foreground, which looks awesome, but I love the way the lighting is reflecting up below him like that. And I think that looks awesome in the original shot. But here's your new shot, and this looks even awesomer. So yeah, you're able to do so much more with the bigger figures, and the sparks look great, and awesome bokeh in the foreground. That is so cool. So cool, and I'm such a fan of that. I do the same thing with my stuff too most of the time, sometimes. But this looks great. So it's cool that you're able to step up your figures, which gives you some more confidence and gives you some more freedom and all kinds of stuff. So Waltman, this is great, and I just love seeing all the. So this is the difference. I mean, I gotta say the first shot is impressive. Seeing how tiny this little figure is, that's impressive. Very impressive. Jacob says, I'm kind of afraid of using a sparkler. Don't want to set anything on fire, Lots of dry trees out here. Absolutely. Especially if you're in, a dry area like California or something. You just got to always be careful. Keep water nearby. If you have a garden hose, spray things down first before I do it, before you shoot. Oh, hang on. We got a bot in the chat. Hang on. There we go. We're good. We're good. If only Siva was here, Oh, crap. They're still going for it. Alright, there we go. We're good. Silver Moon just says, the bot must die. Yes, I have put the user in timeout. That's what YouTube says, and I have done that. So, Waltman, awesome work, and thanks for sending the shot in. Keep going. Keep shooting. Collecting new figs. Don't worry, guys. The bot has been handled. I'm on top of it. And also, I'm also going to give a friendly reminder. If you're here and you're enjoying the video, thanks for watching. And don't forget to leave a quick little like. That is such a huge help when you like the video. It's huge help. Like, huge. If everybody who watched a video liked all the videos that we all watched, man, the views and it'd be crazy. So it's a huge helpful with the likes. I'm telling you. Anyway, Fragile Doll Disney says Queen Kidda. This is my photo for the Sirdork redo by Sirdork. I have changed the idea a little bit because I've used the same background, the same doll, but in a different outfit. First photo, you can see Kidda Queen, and the second picture shows limited edition custom from 2021. My OOAK doll reroute, repaint, and resew. Did you sew the outfit? Make the outfit? Whoa, that's amazing. That is so cool. Okay, so yeah, the photo, yeah, changing the background. I love the new bubbles, and the outfit is incredible. So, and Fragile Doll, if you're here, please let us know. Do you make the outfits? That's so impressive. I mean, I've done a little bit of that on my own. Harlene's like a professional sewer. She's great at what she does, but this is so cool. I wish I was able to do that. That's incredible. So reroute, repaint, and resew for the new one. So not only is the photo an improvement, but the craftsmanship behind stuff in the photo is an upgrade. Linda, yes, cool upgrade, perfect. So that's so cool to see that, and something I know so little about. So it's really cool to hear that. And Snapface says, on average, usually hit 10%. Only 10% of people hit a like. Sirdork's channel is an exception, though. The community rocks. I will say, the little miniature community that it's so cool to say that there is like a little community just on the streams that I have on here. It's so cool. You guys are amazing. It's just like, that's so cool to see this little, I love you guys. That's all I'm saying. But Fragile Doll Disney, so cool. I love seeing everything you do, and it's always so different than what we're used to seeing. And I love that. It's such a cool addition to, I just want to see all types of toy photography. So it's just so cool to see that. And keep up the awesome work with the, the customization with outfits and stuff. That's just so cool. So cool. So Fragile Doll, awesome. Thanks for always being a part of it. Next is from Clone War 501st. Look at this shot. This is awesome. Hashtag Sirdork redo. This is my last minute post. Posted 11 hours ago. Hopefully it's a worthwhile redo. The original shot was taken in July 21st. So not that long ago. So this is the new shot. This is awesome. Look at the pose and all of the stuff going on. This is mid-war. This is awesome. Hey, J5, how's it going, man? Oh, I still have you as blue. That's so cool. Oh, Big Rory Holler sends in a super chat too. Jeez, you guys are going crazy tonight. Thank you so much for the super chat. You guys are amazing. Big Rory Holler. Thanks, dude. You didn't even put anything in there for me to say. Thanks, man. That's awesome. He says, great job. You are awesome. Thank you so much, man. But Clone War 501st. This shot is crazy. So here's the old shot. Old shot is awesome too. Old shot is awesome too. Both shots are great. Okay, so here's the BTS. Great setup. Up high. All that dirt you added in there. That looks great. But original shot is cool. I like... So the action and the posing is so good in the original. But just like all of the things you love about the original shot, you just love them even more in the new shot. The pose is great. Is even better. The lighting is even better. I love the angle. So you went from that kind of like... straight on angle, but you kind of went almost like a little diagonal. It just looks and feels more cinematic than the last one did. So this is just really cool. And I like, from doing a lot of practical effects stuff, a lot of times when we're making practical stuff, I get a lot of these big chunks of dirt, like this one, which I actually think are really cool. But when the smaller, tinier particles like this, I think sometimes fit even better with the figure. So that, I don't know if that was a conscious decision or what, but it's awesome. So super well done. Ferris of them all says freaking rad. Part-time overachiever says dramatic. I agree. And Snapface says great angle on the new shot. I agree with all of those. Epic shot. Clone War 501st. You freaking killed it, man. Really, really awesome. Next is from Action Figure Snaps. Adrian says my Sirdork redo challenge. It's so cool to see the improvements I've learned over the years. Swipe to see the original I took 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. Wow, look at that. This is just like the perfect. This is just like a perfect representation of just like. This is what I did a while ago. I was loving it and having fun. Now I'm super good at what I do, and I have a great understanding of what I do, and I know what I'm doing and what I want to do something. It's just like that's so cool. And like one thing about this shot is the great balance of green with the other colors too. Like the whole photo is super green, but it doesn't really doesn't make Peter or Spider-Man or anything look super green. Like he still feels and that's kind of hard to do because a lot of times when you try to adjust colors and make the whole photo feel green, sometimes it makes too much feel green, but it doesn't. Spider-Man is still not super green. That's perfect. Adrian's right here. Thanks, Adrian. But no, this is just this is so cool to see this improvement, and everything looks exactly the same. It looks like the only difference looks like this is the new Spider-Man figure. I don't know if this is a new Mysterio figure, but yeah. And Nilla Gorilla says just enough fog too. I agree. Linda says great improvement. The effect above his head looks like his head is hurting. Yeah, the effect above his head. That is a nice little touch. Yeah. So cool. Silver Moon is like, I wonder how the spider sense was done. Yeah. So, really awesome. Really awesome, Adrian. Thanks for being a part of it, man. Always love seeing your shots in here. Random Fig says it looks awesome. Yeah, I agree. It does look awesome. Epic. Really, really epic. And next is from Poptographer. You lose again. I'm keeping it. Retook this shot from an old post for the Sirdork redo challenge for this month. SH figure art, Battle, Captain America, and Iron Man. Gotta love those figure arts, you know. So here's the new shot, and here's the old one. Wow, that's so huge. So this shot is great. Posing is really good, and you know, doing that on a knee pose is really hard. It's always super hard to pull that off. Doesn't matter if you're using figure arts or whatever, it's hard. But this one is just really great. So just on Captain, so posing a figure that's lying like dead on the ground, not saying he's dead, but that's not easy. You can't just put him on the ground. You gotta pose him. And so that there's a clear more of an understanding of that in the new photo too. The way his head is still up a little bit, and it really looks like Iron Man is looking down right at him. Yeah, the posing huge, and everything you put in the foreground with the overlays or whatever, the smoke and sparks and stuff really fits nicely. I love the reflective lighting on Iron Man, and the background looks good. Everything looks good. Part-time overachiever says movie scene quality. I agree. And green screen on screen says I agree. I agree with you agreeing. Green screen on green. The green on screen. But no, Poptographer. This is awesome. This is a huge improvement. Huge. Super duper huge. So well done, Poptographer. Yeah, everyone's saying it looks at a movie. I agree, Bo Thomas. Bayo. I'm sorry if I'm saying you're wrong. Nila Gorilla. Yes, I also concur. I agree and I concur, and I am of the same meaning. So, yes. Poptographer, awesome work. Next is from Wrestling With My Thoughts. Always the most supportive person ever. I'm starting a greeting card line, and I'm focusing on Happy Birthday as my first theme. I needed to put some work into redo, and the Sirdork redo hashtag was the perfect opportunity. Slide for the original. I would love feedback on my original draft. DM if you want to send some. That's awesome. Definitely. This is also just like, the first shot is really cool. And I love the little cake. First shot's really cool. You know, they're in the Falcon and everything. But the second shot is great. They're in the cockpit now. And going in hyperspace. And you've got the whole family around too. That was such a good decision. Like, you know, if you want to make a birthday feel great, adding all that family stuff. You know, the whole family's there. We got Han, Leia, 3PO, and R2. We got everybody. I mean, no, Luke is probably, you know, doing Jedi stuff. Linda says second shot is party time. And the lighting on the candles was a nice touch, says Toy Photo Guy. I agree that I love seeing the compliments and comments you guys put in the live chat, because they're always super nice and also very uplifting, which is great, but also help me notice things that I didn't necessarily see or notice myself. And I'm like, oh yeah. And the cake is also different. It is a different cake. Both are really cute, but I like the blue. Off the Shelf says, great improvement. This is such a fun shot. Love the greeting card idea. That is a really cool idea, making greeting cards. I think that's a smart. I can totally see like going into Target and seeing some funny toy photos on greeting cards. It's a great idea. I can totally see that. So yeah, super awesome work. Wrestling With My Thoughts. Thanks for everything that you do, and well done. Very well done. Next shot is from Shava Fernando. It was about a year ago that, thanks to Sirdork tutorials, I decided to step up my game in toy photography. One of the earlier things I tackled was light painting. Inspired by some works of the Backstreet Toys, I created a second pic of this post. Now for the Sirdork Redo Challenge, decided to reimagine that pic with, better lighting, framing, and background. All captured in camera. Hope you like it. So here's the original. Oh yeah. Okay, well, first of all, the light painting looks really great on that Hadouken. That's a nice Hadouken right there. That's a good looking Hadouken. Good looking Hadouken. Sorry about that right there. But Huge improvement. Yeah, the lighting and all the colors blend nicely together. Like the first shot looks really great, but just the blue is the one thing that's lighting everything up, which is really great, but it makes everything super blue. But with this one, there's more lighting him up, and you see Ryu's white on his gi and his the red, and that just looks really nice. And you just get to see his face, and the angles are great too. And it's almost like, you know, the Hadouken's going past the camera, so you know, that's cool. So yeah, I think the angle is maybe one of the best decisions on the first one. So yeah, practice makes perfect, you know, and with the light painting for sure. But both are great. So Shava, Fernando, awesome work, really awesome. So well done, my friend, very well done. Next is from Dimitrodon 32. He says 6-foot turkey. Seeing as it's Thanksgiving, and in the light of Sirdork Ryu Challenge, I came up with some remaster of an old shot posted on the second slide. It's been a little over 2 years since I started this account. I'm extremely thankful for each and every person who has been here to support me, and especially for all of the wonderful friends I've made along the way. It really would not be the same without you. Enjoy your holiday. Well, thank you. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. I definitely did. So we've got Andor, and he's running away. That lighting is great. So here's the original one. Actually, the original shot is awesome. Both are really awesome. And I actually like how he's kind of looking back at them. But I think this new shot is awesome. I think the lighting is my favorite part. Great job capturing. And I love the end of the day where you get this lighting, of course, and you see the way the lighting is affecting the ground down here. I think that's really cool. And you get shadows on the tiny little things on the ground. I love that. And also just the way this basically like a little lens flare here, and you get this silhouette kind of look on the dinosaur. Awesome. And of course Andor looks great. So this is just awesome. This is just really cool. Dimitrodon, I don't know if you're still here, but the shot came out great. Huge improvement. And the first shot is great too. It really is. So I think you killed it, Dimitrodon. Well done, my friend. Really well done. Whew, thanks for sending it in. I gotta take a breath. Next is from Nilla Gorilla, who is here in the live chat. He's been very active today. Says, why would I take a pic of Spider-Gwen slaying 2 Dark Troopers while Batman watches with the Darksaber and Grogu? I'll do you one better. Why not? This is my submission for the Sirdork redo. I always thought that Batman would make the best Jedi and wanted to take a picture with him and the lightsaber. It only felt natural that he would use the dark saber, being he would be the Dark Jedi Knight. Oh, that's cool. I think my first attempt was okay, but was a little boring, so I decided to make more exciting picture with Batman wielding the dark saber. Somehow it turned into crazy multiverse mashup. Thanks for checking it out. So there's a lot going on. So here's the BTS. Whoa. Wow, there really is so much. And cool how you used the she's holding the head. Okay, so here's the original. Wow, okay, so here's Batman holding the Darksaber. This shot is cool. There's rain going on. This is a great shot. And I do like the idea of the Darksaber, the Dark Knight with the Darksaber. So I think that is a really cool idea. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to redo it, but this time I'm going to put Spider-Gwen kicking 2 dark troopers, dark sabers, dark everything. And the posing is fantastic, and getting these dark troopers up in the air like that and her kicking it, all of that together, that's super impressive. We got sparks flying all over. There's just so much going on. So much going on. And you added so much to your redo. So cool. Nilla Gorilla. So awesome, dude. Like, I love how you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna redo this, but I'm gonna add all this stuff. And I like that that dark saber effect. That looks pretty good. Is that the one? Is that the one I have in the video? I mean, it might not be, but it looks really good. Well done, my friend. Darksaber, Dark Trooper, Dark Knight, says Trunk Meat. I love it. Well done, Nilla Gorilla, and thank you for being here in the chat like the entire time. Next is from Skamookidoo. My first entry for Sirdork Redo. Redid the first shot I ever took. Catwoman ambushing Batman. So here's Catwoman, and she's ambushing Batman. So here's the original shot. And this is I like this a lot. So in the new shot, you're able to really get a hold of this ambush that she's doing, you know, so much more. Like, she's coming from behind and she's up in the air and she's got her arm up like she's just about to whip. So that is, I think, just displayed so much more clearly in the new shot. So well done with that. And this, you know, so it's everything's so much obvious in the first one. You know exactly what's in the new one, which is exactly what's going on. And I love that. And I love the way Batman's kind of like, he's just now realizing that she's behind him. So well done with the posing. Jacob says, not bad. The redo definitely has a bit more action going on, for sure. Yeah. Skamookidoo, well done, my friend. As always, thanks for always submitting. Awesome work. Next is from Geektron Prime, who's right here in the live chat. Just saw him. So here's my entry for Sirdork's monthly challenge. I decided to remake my very first photo, which was already 4 months ago. Wow. And thanks to one of Sirdork's tutorials, yay, that made it possible for this remake. I used exactly the same location, figure, and even the same water bottle. That's cool. Main changes: new can from the same national beer, changed the angles, added backgrounds, noise, and a bit of color, and Mumra added floor detail. After the BTS video, you can see 2 discarded versions. Alright, so we got, here's the new shot, and this is awesome. The posing on, what the heck is his name? The Thundercat, something, why can't I think of his name? Wow, and I used to really like watching Lion-O. Thank you, Jacob. I loved watching Thundercats, but the pose on him is perfect. That's such a great pose. Great use of the waist to get that punch, you know, really great. And the little splashes look awesome. Just super clean and crispy shot. And here's the original. The original shot is really great too, but just all of the things you love about the first one is just like that much better in the new shot. And you can see more all around too, which I think that was a great choice. Comic Dad says Thundercats. Ho! So here's the BTS. Everything's all propped up nicely. Cool. Okay, so you tried out different angles. This second angle you went with, this one, that was a great choice. I do like these different angles too, but the one you went with was definitely the one. Yeah, this is awesome. Well done. Well done. Geektron, you're the man. Geektron says, my first photo ever. That's pretty dang impressive for your first. That's your first photo? That's impressive. So, oh, Vila Rusiana Shaka Shot says, watching from the Philippines. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. So, Geektron, well done, dude. Really, really well done. So, the next shot is from Willet Jacob 01. So, this is my first toy photography challenge I've ever done. And it's a redo challenge. I've decided to redo my open mic night photo, but Woody's performing for the figures I've gotten since then. Oh, that's cool. So it says open night mic, open mic night. So we've got Woody, and he's got the little microphone. So we've got the Mezco Batman. He's kind of like doing a face palm. Seems like they're enjoying themselves. We got people from all different IPs. And here's the original shot. This okay, so it took me a second. Both shots are awesome, and I will say the one thing I really love about the first shot is the photo bomb by Gwenpool. That's so funny. The photo bomb. That was such a great idea. But yeah, like so much improvement here. Your setup. I love the floor and everything, but you really figured out a good way to make a full scene that looks like a room full of people, you know, as opposed to originally when you're kind of just setting things up and you know, like you're able to get everybody standing all nice and just feels like a full scene. So yeah, you did great. Willet Jacob, your first toy photo challenge, you killed it. Oh, there he is, Jacob W. Thank you so much. I geeked out so much when I saw you liked it. Thanks, man. But no, you killed it. This came out awesome. Will it, Jacob? Keep going. Can't wait to see more of your stuff, my friend. All right, so the next shot is from Stonevenge. This is my entry for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. If you swipe, you will see a photo from almost a year ago. I think I've improved so much. Thank you guys for sticking with me through my toy photography journey. So here's the new shot, which is awesome. Very moody, very dark, and such great tones. I love the darks and like the kind of reddish feel in the background. Really, really cool. And here's the original. Yeah, huge improvement. Holy crap, man. I mean, the first shot is awesome, and this is just like a direct redo. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like you went back in time to when you took this photo, and you're like, hang on, you should do this and this and this differently. It's just everything's perfectly redone. Great, here's the BTS. Cool spot. That's a really cool little puddle. Of course, you gotta get the water bottle to get some of that nice little drippage going on the figure, which you can really clearly see in the picture, which is a great addition. I love the way light bounces off of the little droplets on the figure. So really nicely done. And Snapface says it's hard to light a black figure. I agree, it is. So nice work, he says. Really awesome. So Stonevenge, awesome. And you can even see some of the rain falling down too. This looks great. And a little green here on the Death Trooper. Yeah, awesome work, dude. Thank you so much for sending it in. Oh, there he is. Stonevenge, awesome. Well done. Well done, dude. Next is from NKB Photography. All Mortals Must Perish. Remastered. Definitely a huge improvement from the previous version. Very proud of how it came out. Awesome. Here's the new one. Wow, so much going on here. He's right over the lava. Wow. Yeah. Huge improvement. And one of the things, too, that I can notice right away is in the original shot, you have him very nicely lit. But in the newer shot, you're lighting him from below, which is really cool. It's like all the light from the lava is lighting Goku Black up from below, and which is really smart. So that the way you did that was really, really great. And just also, I don't know what you used for the lava and everything, but it feels more real. It feels more cohesive with everything. So that's just super cool. And it fits so well. Linda says newer shot looks more blended. Great shot. I agree. Everything fits so much more. So yeah, I'm not sure what exactly you did, but it really does feel more blended and all together. So NKB photo, well done. Thank you so much for sending in the shot. Awesome. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so next shot is from FigureFan36. The Laser Zone. This is my entry for this month's Sirdork Challenge, Sirdork Redo. The original is the Fione, and the new one is the new one. Funny enough, I kind of did this for my last Sirdork Challenge, Sirdork Pops. Thank you, Sirdork, for giving me inspiration. So, okay, so I think this is the original one. And so the new shot here, we've got all kinds of action going on where we've got Cyclops using his laser vision, taking this guy out. And I love the motion blur. It looks like there's some motion blur on this guy. So it really looks like he's, getting blown back by the, excuse me, by the lasers, which looks really good. And I will say, too, that shooting these, retro figures must be pretty tough because look at, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation as opposed to sorry, I think I'm actually losing my voice. That's really weird. So that's not easy to pose on very limited figures like that, but you were definitely able to do that. And you can even see the fact that he's kind of bending down a little bit, like he's shooting from his eyes, which came out great. And Jacob says, I love how Cyclops went from superhero pose to whelp time to commit murder. No, this came out great. This came out great. Figure Fan 36. Really well done, especially working with those little limited figures. You killed it. Well done, my friend. Next is from Draco Zingora. So this is my entry to the Sirdork Redo Challenge. I decided to redo May's Challenge. I think it came out really well. The planter of flowers are a gift for my grandma, so I decided to take a photo for the occasion. I couldn't take the shot outside as it was really dark. I hate that this time of year. Peacemaker decided to bury the hatchet and hang out with Asher and Tracker for the holiday season. The outfits were permanently borrowed from some creepy elves who were mysteriously killed. You know, the ones that you see every Christmas on the shelves to keep the little brats in line for the Christmas day. So, and he even added the rules, so that's awesome. I love the addition of the sweaters and the big coat that Peacemaker's wearing. I love that. So here's the BTS. Awesome, great lighting and everything there. And so here is the original. So all kinds of stuff going on in the original, but basically bury the hatchet. They buried the hatchet, and now Peacemaker and the Stormtroopers are enjoying the holiday together with some very warm sweaters that they got by, just killing some elves. So there you go. But no, Draco Zingora, really great, and great commentary on there too. That was really funny. Thanks for sending the shot in, as always. Thanks for being here. You are awesome. And also, huge thank you to everyone who's still watching. You guys are amazing. Thank you seriously for being here and just making us and me in the stream part of your day. Thanks for including me in your day. This is awesome. So Salacious Dumb says Spawn 2.0 2022 Remix. My entry to the Sirdork Redo Challenge. Just over a year since the original post, and I have gained a wealth of knowledge this year, but still so much to learn. Original shot was taken with a Huawei P30 Pro phone camera. I've stocked up on fireworks since bonfire night here in the UK, but the weather has been very wet in my area recently, so hopefully we'll get a chance to blow some more stuff up soon. This is awesome. Just look at the colors, the blues and the firework. Oh, this is so cool. And here's the original shot. Original shot is really cool. Awesome. Yeah, look at all that. So freaking cool. So you took the original shot and you just made it so much cooler. I mean, the original shot is just like cool lighting on the original shot. Really cool lighting. But it's just kind of like, here's the Spawn figure. But now it's just like, here's literally Spawn in a massive explosion with these really cool colors and lighting and just like superly awesomely executed. And I love the way you edited it because the smoke is looking really blue, which is making the orange from the sparks really pop and really stand out. So that just looks super freaking awesome. Yeah, Snapface says Spawn is great, nice improvement. Bo says the brilliant photo, good job, so amazing. I agree. Yeah, just really well done, Salacious Dumb. And obviously, I'm a sucker for explosions, fire, all that good stuff. So well done. Thank you so much for sending it in. Next is from Cheeky Boba Fett. This shot is really cool. My entry to the Sirdork Redo. So for this photo, I decided to redo the first toy photo I ever posted. So this shot is awesome. Lighting and super crisp. It just looks great. So here's the original shot. Both of the original shots. And this shot's really cool. I love the way you edited the shot. The red in the background really is cool. It really makes the white pop. But you just took something that was quite simple with the original shot, and then you're like, nope, I'm gonna make this, add all this stuff. You added trees to it, you added stuff in the foreground, the background's cool, the lighting coming in from this side really makes things pop, and you got dead stormtroopers around. This looks like the Luke stormtrooper, and he's even holding a gaffy stick. That's so cool. Everything about this is just awesome. I love the tone and the feeling of this. It almost feels like a Halloween photo, even though there's nothing Halloween about it. But I'm just getting that kinds of vibes from the dead trees and the orange light and everything. It's So this is just a really great shot. Nutty Bakers over here says, wow, this is incredible. Jacob says, well, the name is definitely on brand with the subject of the photo. Definitely. But no, this is really great. This is a cheeky Boba Fett. Really great. Linda says, love the lighting and the redo. Snapface says it's almost spooky. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. It's very spooky feeling. That's really cool. So, yeah, cheeky Boba Fett. Well done, my friend. Really well done. Sorry I keep messing with my hat. Sorry if that's getting annoying. Next is from Tomahawk Toy Box. Sirdork redo. I can't believe I deleted my post trying to edit to tag people. This was the first shot I took with my Canon T7 when I got it, so I figured this would be the best redo to show my growth in my work. This is so awesome. Okay, so here's the original. The original is awesome. Definitely is awesome. I love the pose with the down on one knee, and of course the splashes. And I say this all the time, but I just love seeing figures interacting with life-size objects. It makes it feel like that much more fun and funny. And so just like everything looks great, but then you look at this and you're like, oh, that's awesome. Background looks really cool. And the splash is so crisp. And literally as I'm saying the word crisp, I'm reading Nilla in the live chat say crisp. Like I was just like saying it and reading at the same time. And Comic Dad says the splash is perfect. I love it. And yeah, I also like how you decided to there's just a tiny little slit in the Sprite can on this one, but in this one the Sprite can's totally ripped open, and all of it's going all over the place. And yeah, it just looks great. Just everything looks great, and the pose on Wolverine is great too. It looks like he's sliced it and he's following through, with his swipe. So yeah, Tomahawk, you killed it, man. And I'm sorry you accidentally deleted your post when you when you were trying to edit the tags, but here it is, and you killed it. It's here. Make sure you're following Tomahawk Toy Box's new account. He had a similar thing happen to him too with his Instagram, but he actually lost his account. But he's already surpassed his old account. So well done, man. So next shot is from Way Snaps. The journey continues. This month marks my first year of the toy photography in the books. I was going to do my first post. Coincidentally, this month's Sirdork 730 challenge is just that. Thanks again, Jared. Thank you, man. The two pictures are taken at the same location with the same camera. The only difference, other than experience, was upgrading to a newer and better lens. To see the original was on a landscape format. Here it is. 2 swipes. Ryu's bag is a jewelry pouch that I stuffed with napkins. That's cool. The location is a tiny bridge in the park. Very busy traffic with people walking and jogging and riding their bikes. There were a few moments where I got scared that Ryu might get crushed. But everyone was good sport and lots of curious eyes came my way. Oh, I love that. Excuse me. I love that. This is so cool that you were shooting on a path with lots of people and you were just doing it. That you didn't care at all about what people were gonna think of you taking pictures of toys. You're just out there doing it. I love that because it's definitely hard to get past that. When people are there and you're feeling self-conscious and stuff, and you even put your figure in danger. And of course. And as it always is, you just got a lot of curious eyes and just people probably interested. And I even love the fact that you got the people in the photo. You got 2 people going for walks in this photo, but in this one you got somebody. I love that. So the improvements are huge. And, hey Hugo Monster, how's it going? But I love his pose. His pose is spot on. It really looks like he's just going for a walk just like everybody else. In this one, yeah, the pose is great, but I think the walking pose on this one, it just fits so much better. And I love the shot from closer up. I love the edit, the way you edited it. It looks great. This is so great. This is just a huge improvement. And the last shot is great too. And I love how you not only improved with just like the quality, I guess, of the photo, but just like the approach of, okay, I'm gonna do it from front this time. Change it. It's just like, I love that. So yeah, super well done. Way snaps. Awesome shot, man. Next is from Starlight Tales. Courage need to be remembered, for it is never forgotten. For the Sirdork redo challenge, I have a few ideas brewing, but I ultimately decided on giving this amiibo of Link and Epona from the Breath of the Wild another try. This time, I wouldn't put too much of an emphasis on editing the shot. Instead, I wanted to focus on making things clearer to see and having a wider variety of colors pop more to capture the art style of Breath of the Wild. The colors and everything in the shot absolutely capture the art style of Breath of the Wild. Absolutely, especially with the fall foliage in the background. Those colors in the back here look great. And the green, totally capturing Breath of the Wild. And that's such a beautiful game. And so here's the new shot, and here's the old shot. Old shot is really cool. I love the angle going up towards the sky. I love that. But the new one, I love the new one. Here's the BTS. Totally hid the amiibo stand. Cool approach with the angle. That's so cool because I would never think about that with just the angle you came from. It's just, I love how it's from behind and it's also a little bit off to the side, and it all just fits so well. And now I'm noticing too that you completely like removed the amiibo stand, which you did a great job doing because it doesn't look like it's there at all, or it's just perfect. So this is really cool, and I love reading the caption about how you wanted to capture, because Breath of the Wild is the only Zelda game that I've played. I love that game. It's such a cool game. So you did great. Starlight Tales, well done. And also want to say, Zane King in the live chat says first time joining a live. Heck yeah. Awesome. Yeah. You killed it. Sorry, I'm just whoa. But no, Zane King, thanks for being here. Your first shot. So next is from Comic Dad 42, who is right here in the live chat. Comic Dad. So this is his old shot, actually. He put the old shot first. So here's my photo for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. The original is the third picture. Wait, the original is the third. Wait, isn't Comic Dad? This is the original picture, right? Isn't this the original? The first one? But, so let's just go, but this is great. This is just so great. So, we've got all of these heroes and villains. Okay, so here's the first shot. First shot, we have all kinds of these figures tying up the poor elf on the shelf. He's just trying to sit there and spy for Santa. And all of these figures just tying him up. And this is really cute. But in the newer shot is just taking it to a whole new level. I love the fact that you shot this with these bricks like this. I love that. That fits so nicely with with the whole Christmassy fireplace kind of thing. And now they've got him dangled over the fire. And Spider-Man's wearing a hat. And everything is super clean and crisp, and I love how Venom is looking down, and it's just like, this is just really well done. This is really, and look at that, this to this, like, that's huge. That is so huge. And this is the extra shot too. We've got Batman and Joker, and he's just straight up going into the fire at this point. He says, I wanted to add extra in the figures in the third picture. Hey, I think that the fact that you went with this was the better. I love this one. And sometimes adding in all the figures can look great, but I think that adding just these two, it fit perfectly because you've got just enough stuff going on in there, and you're still so very mainly focused on what's going on here in the middle. And it looks awesome. It looks so good. So, Mile High sounds good, dude. Yeah, absolutely love it. This might be one of my new favorites of yours, dude. I love this shot. It's huge mega improvements just all around with everything. Posing, setup, and just like overall like your brain thought process of getting an awesome shot. Did you use a tab to tie his wrists up? Is that a like soda can tab? That's what that looks like. I could totally be wrong. It looks like you kind of stuck it. Could be wrong, but that looks, if that's the case, that'd be so cool. He says, took the original 3 years ago when toy photography wasn't even a thought in my mind. That's so funny. Awesome. Oh, it's a fence wire. Okay. Well, it works perfect. I don't know. It looks kind of like it's a soda tab. But Comic Dad, as always, dude, thank you so much for sending in the shot. And next is from Swadigan. Mandu and Grogu redo. I recreated the very first toy photograph I posted on here for Sirdork 730's redo challenge. I've been wanting to remake this picture with the Star Wars vintage collection figures for a while, so I thought it was perfect opportunity. The original is only from May this year, but now I have proper lights instead of a head torch to hopefully, so hopefully you think the lighting is an improvement. I mean, this shot is awesome. So here's the original. Whoa, cool. This is so cool. Silver Moon says, didn't Jared do something like this? I mean, nothing like this. This is totally original. Then I mean, I do stuff with Mandu and Grogu a lot too. So maybe that's what you're thinking. But no, this is totally all him. But I love how crisp and clean Mando is in this shot. Like, because we've got all this stuff that in the background that's so out of focus. But it's super out of focus. But it also is. That's okay, because these, you know exactly what's going on back here, even though it's out of focus. You know, you get these 3 troopers walking along, they're doing their patrol, whatever, and that's all we need to know. And the way you have it so blurry, out of focus back there, looks awesome. And so yeah, lighting is fantastic, absolutely. And I love how in crispy, in focus, our main subject is, and it's off to the side. I love that. And Mando's looking down at Grogu like that. I love it. This is such a great shot. And I mean, it's 2 totally different mediums, so it's hard to say the exact like improvements that you made. But I mean, overall, everything just looks amazing. It's like, it's huge. Just, yeah, so cool. And Zane over here says, people are insanely talented, which is gonna be tough when I get into it, but I can one day, but it also gets you inspired. Yes. And you know what, Zane? I've had that same thought for so long when I first started this. I was always super discouraged because everybody was so good, and I was like, I'm never gonna be that good. But that eventually just turned into inspiration for me. Hey, no chewing. How's it going, dude? Thanks for being here. So yeah, Sir Swadigan. This is just such a cool. I love just going from one to the other with this. So cool. Thank you so much for sending it in, my friend. Really, really well done. And next is from the Minimalisman, the Avengers Big 3 MCU version. It's time again for Sirdork 730's monthly toy photography challenge, and this month's topic is Sirdork Redo. I recreate one of my shots back in July, and I think it still needs a live action version, so here it is. Awesome. This shot is so good. Okay, so here's the new one. Here's the original one. The original one looks great too. Okay, here's the BTS. Great lighting over here. And there's good slow-mo explosion. Oh, love me a good slow-mo explosion. So the new one's awesome. I love how you went from more of a comic book version to the MCU version. Really cool. And I love, like, the explosion looks great, but I love back here in the background, it's just like super dense amount of sparks. And I love when sparks kind of turn out like this, the way it does. It's like all kinds of, there's little pieces, there's big pieces of spark, and it's so dense with different colors, which is so cool. Hugo Monster says, how can I submit photos? Well, for the next one, I'll go, I'm gonna reveal the next challenge at the end of the stream. So at the beginning of this stream, I talk about how all the rules and everything, but it's also, I always post it on the YouTube community tab and all the rules to how to join. So it's all right there. But no, this is just awesome. I love too how not only did you redo it, but you added a new spin to it. You're like, you know what? I got the comic version. I'm gonna do an MCU version, which is just a cool new version of a shot you already love. So I think you did awesome with this. So really, really well done. Really super awesomely well done. The Minimalisman. Thank you for sending in that shot. Next is from Trunk Meat. My entry for Sirdork redo. The original was taken a little over 2 years ago. So much has changed since then. New figure, new dio, new watermark, new lighting, same furnace. LOL. Okay, so here's the new shot. We've got Freddy, and he's like playing with a little teddy bear, and the furnace looks so cool, man. Like the light that's coming from it looks awesome. Plus, just all of the sparks coming out of it, like that looks so cool. And I don't know if you did. I'm assuming you didn't do it practically, just not judging by what you usually do. I could be wrong. Trunk Meat, let me know. But it looks awesome. And also some other little toys down here. Looks so cool. But okay, let's see the original. Oh, dude, so cool. I mean, okay, so the original shot is really cool, but just like the just step up is just massive. He says it's digital. Just the way the one little bit of light here is illuminating the whole scene, and the pose on Freddy is great. It's so natural looking, and the way you got him holding everything is super natural. But yeah, this just looks really good. Like, this looks really amazing. So you did an amazing job with this. This might be like one of my favorite ones of yours. This is really good. Trent says, I didn't want to risk practical sparks. I don't blame you, especially with the way you have this so set up so perfectly like that. Jacob says, by the way, amazing job, Trunk Meat. Nutty Bacon says, Miles better, absolutely amazing scene and great execution. Great work. Yeah, Trunk Meat, dude, this is killer, man. You did a great job. Just everything about it. Well done, dude. Well done. And next is from Toy Photography 496. Hulk Smash. Swipe right to see the old photo. Man, I'm actually starting to get a little dizzy looking at this because of the motion blur is twisting. I'm like, whoa. But we got Hulk over here. We got droplets and water and stuff. Looks awesome. So here's the original one. Original one is really cool. I like the pose of him walking. I like how he's a little bit in the water and the reflection looks really cool. But this other one is just like a whole nother level. The pose is more of an action kind of pose. Totally new approach, really, with this shot. And I like how you set up some stuff for the background. Almost looks like he's in some type of like pit, like a Colosseum pit, and those are the walls behind him, and he's like bracing himself. And the motion blur is really cool around the outside, the way it's kind of spinning around. Really, really cool. And Jacob says, I can practically hear him roar out of anger. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is awesome. And Nilla Gorilla says, nice effect. I agree. Yeah, really, really cool, man. Thanks so much for sending in the shot. Awesome work. Next is from Riker Funko Review. My entry to the Sirdork 730 redo challenge. I went with redoing my gelatinous cube Funko Pop photo from August 2021. The first one is the redo, and the other is the original. This is just so crisp and clean. I really like this figure, this pop figure. Just the way light can kind of travel through it since it's clear and stuff. It's really cool. And so here's the original. Original is great. It is what it is. You got a great picture of the thing, but you look at the new one and it's like awesome. Like the light coming through looks awesome, and the blue in the background with the fog really makes the green pop even more. And you got the wall in the background looks great. This is just awesome. I love the blue and the green and the grays. They all just blend so nicely. Comic Dad says, love the green so much. Linda says, awesome use of colors. Yeah, I agree. I love how like you took this shot, which you're like, all right, this is a shot that I got of this Funko thing. How do I make this better? And you just added so much. You know, such a great redo. Jacob says the redo is a vast improvement, but the old one is perfectly good on its own. I agree. Thanks always for the super kind stuff in the chats, you guys. You guys are the best. So the next shot is from Nothing Special, spelled in a really cool way. Says, here is my... Of course, we got Harley over here. Like I always say, if you want an easy way to basically guarantee your shot on the thing. Just stick Harley in there. Here's my entry for Sirdork Redo Challenge. I had a lot of fun with this one. The first pick is the new version of a photo I did of Harley Quinn earlier this year. I've been experimenting a lot with lighting in different colors, so I wanted to do a dark version with some red and blue to match the comic book covers that she's next to. I wanted to do a contrast to the bright and highly exposed version, kind of like she's in a dark alley of Gotham City, but police lights. She just calmly poses for the pic next to a mural of her. That was the idea anyway. I think it's just a long way of saying I like both of these, and I don't know which one is better, so maybe you guys can let me know. Excuse the long explanation, but this pic really encapsulates a few things I really love: being creative, comic books, Harley Quinn, and cool comic book covers. So this seems to be a perfect opportunity to have some fun. The comic book cover in the back was done by Mirka Andolfo, and it's probably one of my favorite covers I own. Awesome. I love the idea of shooting a figure with a comic behind it. I just think that's a really cool idea. It's just like, what two things can I put together like a comic? It's just like I totally get that that attraction to wanting to do that, because I remember doing that, thinking it's just like a cool and fun thing. So I just love that idea of toy photography, you know, adding stuff like that, mixed mediums kind of. And so this is a cool cover. I wonder if she has this one. She's got like the biggest freaking comic cover collection. But both shots really are cool, and I do like how you explained the kind of background behind it. Like, oh, maybe she's in a dark alley standing next to a mural, and that's kind of what it is. But it's just like, it's the cover instead, so it's like a cool little mix between both of those. So I think this is adorable, and I think it's awesome. Dimitri Don says the change is subtle but noticeable. Really like the contrast of the new one. I agree. Jacob says, so a Harley photo is an easy win then? I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I mean, I'm not telling anyone to do that, but I think it's just obvious. It's just like, anytime she sees anything Harley, she's like, oh, Harley! So, just so you know. I don't think there's ever been a time where a Harley photo didn't make it in. Nothing special. Awesome work. Thank you for sending in the shot. And I would say there is something special in here for sure. Next is from Aussie Action Figs. Bruce himself says, sometimes as we continue our photographic journey, it's good to have a look back at where you came from. I thought I'd take the opportunity presented by the Sirdork Redo Challenge to revisit my Commander Cody shot from a while ago. I was never truly happy with this shot. The focus wasn't great and was too dark. The pose was average, like the new shot, much better. Enjoy. Please swipe to see the original shot. So here's the original shot. Original shot is cool. It is really cool. And I know what you mean by the focus and everything, but I think it's really cool how there's just like a minimal amount of light, like on one side of his face and not the other one. It really makes it feel like he's almost like alone in these like dark woods, and then just this random explosion out of nowhere comes, and he's just like caught, surprised. That's the way it feels like with that, just that little bit of light in there. But geez, this new shot is so cool, dude. Like the way he's like jumping is such a cool. It almost looks like he's floating with a jetpack. But all the bokeh in the background, Bruce just looks awesome. Yeah, I love the pose. This is definitely a huge improvement, and I really do like the first shot a lot. Honestly, I like them both a lot. Linda says they're both great action shots, but I like the lighting on the redo. Dimitri Don, awesome stuff, great shot. Yeah, this just looks really great. I think my favorite thing about the new one is the way you have him posed and framed in the photo. Effects are great on both, but yeah, I really do love the new shot. Nilla Grillo says, looks like he's shell-shocked in the first one. I like it. Ferris of them all says they're both well done. They're both super well done. But you know what, Aussie, Bruce, I'm just glad that you would take a shot that you kind of liked. You liked the idea, but there's some things you didn't love about it. But you did the same idea, and you made it so now you love it. And I think that's awesome, because you're awesome. So, awesome work, dude. Love it. Next is from Snapphase himself. Here he is in the live chat as well. It says the old and the new, created for the Sirdork 730 and the monthly challenge Sirdork redo. So we've got Chucky over here, and this is the new one. Super crisp, clean, like super, subject right there, very, very clear and focused. And then you get the whole background out of focus. And I love that. Look at the shadow of him on the ground too. Like have that above light that are giving that perfect stark shadow silhouette on the ground. That looks really cool. And so here's the original. Yeah, huge change here. The original shot is cool. I like the pose actually quite a bit in the original shot, but the new one has such it's cleaner, it's crisper. You can see so much more of what's going on here, and the colors are bright and stark, the blue and the lighting. In the original shot, there's a lot of just kind of like gray in the background, which isn't a bad thing, but when you look at the new one, it's just like, oh, it's just like pops, and it just makes your eye, it draws you to it. So Andrew Phelps says, just realizing all the pictures are liked, which means I didn't make the cut. Well, it does not necessarily mean that for sure. But trust me, Instagram is very weird with the hashtag. But snap, dude, this shot is awesome. This shot is great. I think you did a great job. Just kept it simple. Sometimes simple is the way to go, and sometimes simple is the most enjoyable way to go too. It's just sometimes fun to just take a cool but simple shot. So, snap, you killed it, man. You killed it. Next is from Toitch. It says, guess who enjoys Halloween the most? This is a remake or a Sirdork redo from 2012. Wow, 2012. That's a long time ago. From a 2012 photo, slide for more. Different figure, different props, different background, same background technique. Different camera. I used a camera phone then, and some nerd, and same nerd behind. A total coincidence that I was remaking some Halloween shots this year, and the Sirdork theme of November was announced. Oh, that's cool. So we've got my favorite, Fat Boo, Majin Buu. He's flying, he's dropping candy, and Boo's just adorable. He loves candy. He turns people into candy and eats them. And here's the original shot from 2012. Wow, look at that. That's just like, wow, 10 years ago. Nutty Bakers, yep, 10 years ago. Yeah, so much. There's not even a question of what to talk about what the improvement was. It's just like it's a whole new thing. These are great. Yeah, just like this is so you can't even say what. It's just like it's a whole new photo, and it's just like same idea, but everything else is just a whole nother level. And I love how we got candy falling out here, and you got the little icy thing. I think, is that icy thing a mini brand? I don't know, but came out great. Wow, these are all practical little thingies here that you got stuck. You have them stuck to the side. Wow, that came out great. Super well done. Toitch always giving us good stuff for the challenges. Always. Thanks for sending it in, my friend. Next is from Toy Photo Guy. Great handle, by the way. It's impressive the way you're able to get that name. So this is my entry for this month's Sirdork challenge. My original shot, I just thought it was cool. I had a stand and a backdrop, but looking back now, it was too dark and plain, so I took it outside for some natural light and added another character. Like how this came out. Sorry. So first shot is great. This is, I really like this shot, and I don't know if this was intentional, but what I really love is it looks like they're on the Kent farm. It looks like Superman is like flying above the corn stalks. I know it's the grass, but it looks like he's above the corn stalks and just whatever, causing a bunch of dirt flying, and it looks like the farm is in the background. It really looks like that, and the lighting coming from behind, that's huge. The way it's lighting Superman, I love that. But it really feels like they're on the Kent farm, doesn't it? Silver Moon says yeah, he totally agrees. So I don't know if that was the intention, Toy Photo Guy, but that's totally what it looks like. But let's look at the original. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. The original shot is really cool. Actually, the lighting is really cool, and this makes the McFarlane figure look like way better. Actually, I really like this a lot. It's almost kind of like a character poster, like for a movie character poster. So Toy Photo Guy, this is awesome. Totally new thing, but I think you killed it. It really looks like the Ken Farm. Awesome work. Next shot is from Fossilroo, who has been here in the live chat like the whole time. It says, taking on the Nemesis Immortal in the underworld of Cobra La on Toll Booth's Day for Sirdork Redo. This is my submission for the month of November. Challenge from Sirdork. The original location was not accessible at the time, but I believe I found an even better location. Perfect. Chuck enjoyed it the most because it was under a bridge. I hope you all enjoy my new take on one of my first toy shots as well. So, wow, huge. Whoa, that's a cool spot. That's a really cool spot. Wow, I would love to shoot under there. That's really cool. I like how it's like dark but also light at the same time, and the way everything looks, it's almost like dead algae under there. That's a really cool spot. Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, even better location. But yeah, huge. Look, so the first shot is great. We've got one guy versus the other guy, but in this shot we've got one guy versus the other guy, but we've got cool lighting. We've got a really cool background. We've got dynamic posing. We've got the angle you went through looks great. We got these colors and shining stuff on the everything is just a massive improvement. It's just like a massive step into one direction. Just a whole new type of creative understanding and creative just like ability that you've got. And it's just like everything was just like you knew exactly what to do to make everything just feel and look better. This is great. Yeah, fairest of them all, Fossilroo. You really did great with this. I have no idea who either of these characters are. They're G.I. Joe figures, of course. But, yeah. Well done, dude. And the posing, too. Even the posing. Are these the same figures? Did you say that? That they're the same figures? I don't know. But awesome. Cool shot. I hope you take some more shots here. I would love to go under there and use some fireworks. I feel like that's a great spot for fireworks. Toll Booth is my guys. All right. Cool. Sounds cool. Thanks so much, Ferris of the Mall. Next shot is from Nutty Bakers, and I know it's not Nutty Bakers, but that's just kind of how I like saying it. It says Barricade Remastered. So here's the new shot, which I love the lighting. So here's the original. Original shot is really cool. It almost looks like he's kind of running through the forest in the original one, and the new one is just like. I think it's just huge. I love the fact that he changed kind of the location. It's more of an open place, which is really cool because it makes him feel bigger. With all the other stuff going on in this one, with the plants bigger than him and all that, it doesn't make him feel quite as big like a big dinosaur would feel like. But in this one, he feels like that. He feels like a huge dinosaur. So that was a great shot or decision there. But the lighting is like my favorite part. This rim lighting you've got going all the way up here, and then on his back, and then also going all the way up around his head. Like you literally got rim lighting from head to tail. I love that. It makes him pop so much. Linda says the first looks like he's running, but the redo looks like he's stalking. Love it. Yeah, awesome. Nutty says the Baronix figure is a repaint of an old figure. Oh, cool. He says it's all natural lighting. Well, you utilized... natural lighting, you can't just give all the lighting credit to the sun when you're utilizing natural lighting. You gotta... It definitely takes a lot of understanding and patience and stuff to get to the natural lighting to look the way you want it to. That's You deserve a lot of the credit for that. Sunsets are the best time to take photos. Nutty, I couldn't agree with you more. It's my favorite. I agree. So, dude, awesome work, and thank you so much for being here like the whole time. You know, we've been going for 2.5 hours, so thank you so much, man. And the next shot is from Eber's Toy Box. This is my entry for the Sirdork Redo Challenge. I'm fairly new to toy photography and photography in general. I'm super thankful for all of the new friends I have met along the way. You are all so talented. I learned so much from you guys every day. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, that's awesome. What an amazing attitude to have. And yeah, same here. So many great friends and inspiration and things I've learned from everybody. So yeah, but okay, so we've got two troopers over here sharing a beer as Darth Vader puts a pie in the oven. Is that a pie or is that a turkey? This is a really cute little diorama. I don't know if this is a dollhouse or what, but look at the little curtains back here. And the kitty. I love the floor too. The floor looks really like a real kitchen floor. And so, oops, I skipped. Hang on. So here's the old one. It is a turkey. You know what? I like it. I like them both quite a bit. It almost looks like it's another sequel. But for the old shot, for the new shot, I do like the wider angle so you can see everything going on, and it looks like there's almost two scenes in one. You got the troopers over here doing their thing, and you got the Darth Vader over here doing his thing. So I think you killed it, and I really like what you said in the caption. I think that's super nice, and I couldn't agree with you more. So awesome work, Ebers. Thanks for sending it in. So back over to Max U over here. Says, it's been exactly a year since I started toy photography, so I recreated a shot I took in last November on the 8th. And we've got a Jeep. Sorry, it's not a Jeep. Is that a Bronco? It's a Bronco. Driving over some Cheez-Its. So here's the first shot. Okay, so the first shot is hilarious because it's like, oh, sweet. It's a Bronco on some Cheez-Its. Silver Moon says it's on Cheez-It Mountain. And so, but in the first one, it really does look like, okay, you kind of plopped the toy on some Cheez-Its. But in the new one, it literally looks like we've got a truck driving up Cheese Mountain. Like, it really looks like he's driving and he's, like, bouncing around. You know, like, that's a huge, like, improvement on making, you know, it's hard to make a car driving on Cheez-Its look realistic, but you did it in this one. And you can definitely see the difference there in the first and the second shot. So I think that's really cool. Max U, really awesome shot. I love it. I love adding food into shots too, so that's really cool. Thanks for sending that in. Next is from Veronica Ayers, 75. Finally meeting Mr. Blue Sky redo. First slide is the redo. Second slide is the old pic. And the BTS is in the other post after this one. This is my entry for Sirdork's Toy Photography Challenge, Sirdork Redo. I have learned so much these past few years doing toy photography. I hope you guys like my improvements. So this, she is from Portal, right? Yeah. So the blue sky is beautiful. So let's look at the old shot. Oh yeah. So the first shot is great, and I do like, it's really cool because she's facing the sun, and it looks like she's kind of like covering up her eyes for the sun, which is really cool, and that it really looks like she's interacting with her environment. But this new shot is awesome. The angle is great, and just the fact that you're able to get that clear of a blue sky in the photo is awesome. That's so cool. It's really hard to get such a nice blue colored sky in a shot. It really is hard. But I think you did really great with that. So well done. So let's see the BTS. Oh, I thought there was a BTS in the third slide. I guess there is none. But it is awesome. And Nilla Gorilla is over here saying it looks life-size. It does. That angle really does make it look life-size. And that's like the goal, you know? So well done with utilizing that angle to get that effect, Veronica. Awesome job. The next shot is from Instasism. And that's it. Instasism. So we've got little Grogu over here, and then we've got little Grogu over here. Oh wow. I don't know which one I like more. I do like how in the new shot, I love the very distinctive shadow, which is really hard to get, especially when you're removing something to make them float. Oh, Zane Kang says, do you guys know if he's going to save the live? Yes, all of the live streams are always saved on the channel. Just come back and the live stream will just be a video now afterwards. So, yes. So I do really like the shadow here, but in the old shot, I really like the, I mean, I like the greens, but I like the stuff in the foreground, or at least the, whatever it is, but, I don't know. I really like both of them a lot. And I mean, one of the things about redoing stuff is how our tastes have changed and our goals with photos and what we want to accomplish in our own photos. So, I mean, it's our own, that's always out and going on in our heads when we're doing it. So, whatever is happy for you when you're taking your photos and whatever you're proud of, that's the most important thing. But man, I love both of them. Both of them are great. So, Insta-cism, you're doing great on both ends. You know, it's hard to improve greatness when it's already great. Oh, and Linda says, I like both, but I like the second one, the new one, because he's looking at you. I like that too. I like that as well. That's awesome. Nilla Gorilla says, he has less than 100 followers. Then, alright, that's awesome. Go follow. Go follow him. Yeah, go follow him. Alright, oh, that's the last shot. That is the last one, you guys. That's the last one we've got on the list. That is it. You guys, thank you so much for joining. And I know how this is kind of, it's like a, oh, hang on. That was the wrong button. Sorry, but I know this was a little bit of a weirder one because communication isn't quite as good because I'm not able to reach everybody because I don't have Instagram. And I know tagging me on Instagram is impossible right now because of all that crap. And yeah, it's been to be honest, it has been a very, some days are worse than others, but it's been a tough couple weeks just not knowing if I'm ever gonna get that back or not. But I'm super happy that we were still able to do the stream despite all of that. So if your shot didn't make it on because of the way Instagram is, sorry about that, but just thanks for sticking with me and still being here through all this. Still planning on putting out a video this Sunday on the last, oh, I still gotta reveal the next thing. Okay, I won't get into that stuff, but are you guys, do you want to hear next month's challenge? Would you like to hear it? All right, well, actually, before I say the brand, I just want to give, like, I don't know what's going to happen next month. I don't know if I'm going to have my account back. I don't know if I'll ever have my account back. I might. Hopefully I will. But what I would say is, after today, feel free to go butt wild and start the new challenge shot right away. You can do it tonight if you want. But just be ready to kind of keep up with my updates to potentially have to, I might just say, okay, like, just depending on what happens, be prepared for updates, you know, for who to tag, stuff like that. But just be prepared, be ready for that, because I don't know what's gonna happen next month. Hopefully I will have my account. If I don't, I imagine I'll have a yes or no answer by next month, hopefully, and I'm not just waiting. So I'll either have my account back or I'll have a new account. So just keep updated. On Twitter, I'm using Twitter very often because the only thing I've got. You can send me direct messages on Twitter and the YouTube community channel. That's how I'll usually be putting updates on. So there we go. Okay, so the next theme is hashtag Sirdork brand. Sirdork brand. And so what do you mean by Sirdork brand? What the heck does that mean? Not my brand. Not the Sirdork brand, but adding a brand into your photo and tagging that brand in your photo and hopefully getting them to notice you. So the challenge is to incorporate some type of like your favorite brand, whether that be your favorite soda brand or your favorite camera brand or your favorite makeup brand or anything like that, whether that be a big company or a small company, and incorporate that somehow into your photo and tag them in your photo, and maybe they can notice you. So what I'm hoping is that, when we go through the challenge, and as we're going through, maybe we'll even see some comments from the brand as we go through it. Like, we're going through, and if we see the top comment has a check mark on it and it's from the brand, that would be so cool. And I would really love to see how many of us can get noticed by our brand in the photos. Isn't that a cool idea? The green on screen says great one. Cool. So it can be any brand, and make sure you tag them. And I would say, you still can. I would say try to stray away from toy brands. Like, anytime we take a picture with a Black Series, we're gonna tag Hasbro in it, and they're not gonna see it because that's just the way it is. Or they're not gonna look at it, at least, or they're not gonna like it. So I would try to stay away from tagging, NECA and Hasbro and getting those kinds of brands in the photo. I would try to incorporate other brands outside of toy photography. Those seem to be the ones, in my opinion, that seem to notice more often. Like, that one time I did Mountain Dew. I literally took 3 Mountain Dew pictures. I tagged them. They noticed, commented, and all that stuff. You never know what company will notice you. I've had GameStop comment on my photos. I've had Liquid Death, the brand that I love, comment. You can go for it with the toy photos, but I think with the toy brands, but I think the challenge and the theme will be a lot more unique if we're straying away from the toy brands. Because every toy photo would be tagging a toy brand in it. It wouldn't be very unique. So something fun. Something can be anything. You could take a picture with a Yankee candle and tag Yankee Candle in it. That'd be cool. Take a picture with a Rain Energy and tag Rain Energy in it. Or take a picture with I don't really have a whole lot of stuff around me. Take a picture with Blistex and tag Blistex. You never know. Or even like smaller companies, like smaller like beer brands or something, really small companies, they'll probably notice, So I think that's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to see all the different things people tag in the stuff. The chair, you could tag the chair, right? Nilla Gorilla, GTR Racing, you could do that. So, and my main goal for this is to, as we go through everything, to see the brands that have responded, and maybe commented on it, and I would love to see that. So, and who knows, maybe you might get a brand deal out of all this. Who knows? So that's the goal. That is the goal. So, thank you guys so much for sticking around and being here this whole time. You guys are amazing, and seriously had such a great time. And I will keep you guys updated with my Instagram. If I have it back, I'm gonna be posting right away, so you'll know when I have it back. You'll know. But if you want to get in contact with me, Twitter is where I'm doing stuff right now. It's what I got at the moment. So, and YouTube. Alrighty. Thank you guys, Mr. Kiwi, Nilla Gorilla, Ferris of the Mall, Snapphase, Comic Dad, Silvermoon, Geektron, Bo. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Have a great, safe weekend. Stay warm. And Snapphase, everybody, Draco, have a great night. Thank you guys so much. See ya. Hi. Thanks for sticking around, you guys. 25 people stuck around. I did a little eyes in there in the live chat to help you know that I'm still around. Thanks for sticking around. So Lauren in the live chat says, "How do I submit a photo for these endings?" So Lauren, actually, all of the photos in the endings, those are photos from members on my YouTube membership, on the YouTube channel membership. So if you join the membership, you get a photo on there, you get a shout out in the middle, you get a bunch of different stuff. So that's where those are. So, and if you're in the membership, you get that every single stream. So thanks for sticking around, guys. Comic Dad's currently editing a Spider-Man and Venom Christmas tree picture. All right. So I just want to show you this figure that I got in the mail today. I'm not gonna open it, but do I have any Doom fans out there? Look at that. The Figma Doom Slayer. I pre-ordered this guy probably about a year and a half ago. Geektron says, "How much is the membership?" The first tier is $5 a month, and then the Dork Master tier is $15 a month. I know it's higher, but it's there. So then there's a bunch of other stuff, and if you go on the join, click on the join button, it says all of the stuff you get for being in the membership. And it's really cool. Like I never would have expected this, but there's a mini community in the members. Like, it's crazy. Everyone it's just like everyone's so amazing. And like there's a Discord channel where everyone, gets constructive feedback and stuff and criticism, and it's just so cool. And they're just everyone's just super nice together. And so yeah. Steve says, "It's funny you mentioned Yankee Candle because I recently did a Christmas toy photo with a candle." Oh, that's cool. And I missed it. I miss seeing everyone's shots so much on Instagram. I really, really do. Yeah, Mr. Kiwi, yeah, you can literally cancel at any time. Of course, yeah, you could join and then cancel instantly if you wanted to. You would just get it for 1 month. Snap Phase, I will send you a new link because the Discord for the member Discord channel link changes always. So if you want, just send me a message on actually I will make a new post on the YouTube community channel for the members with a link to the channel. But yeah, it's really cool, and I'm just super grateful that anybody wants to join it. I made it, because I really wanted to make it. I didn't want to make it thinking like, here's some money to support me. I don't want to do that. I just want to make something that's worthwhile and cool for anyone who wants to do it, and they actually are getting their money's worth and something that's worth it to them. That's the goal. And I just started this new thing called member discussion streams, where I can bring a bunch of people on the stream together, and we all just talk, and it's really fun. I did a test one a little bit ago. It was super fun. It was super fun. I can have 6 people on at once. And then the streams, stay for members only. But I don't want to advertise that too much. That wasn't the point of this post-credit scene. The point of this post-credit scene was to talk about this. This thing was freaking awesome. It was like $100, which actually is kind of normal for Figma. And I haven't really been too big on Figma lately. The last few Figmas I've gotten have been a little disappointing and not worth the super high price point, in my opinion. This is the only nice Doomslayer that exists, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to open him up, and I'm going to do a video kind of similar to the video I did on the Samurai Mando Trooper, where it's like opening up the figure, quick little review, and then we're going to do some shots with him. So that's going to be not this weekend, but next one. So that's the plan with this guy, and I want to make like a diorama for him for some shots. That's what I'm thinking. Geektron says, "I want to open a YouTube channel, but I don't know if it will grow. It will grow nice, mostly to show dioramas and tutorials for them." Geektron, absolutely, I would say definitely do it. But if you want YouTube channel to grow, and this is what I've learned from doing it for whatever, you really got to be consistent. So if you start a YouTube channel, if you just put one video on and then put another video on like in 6 months, and then another video on in like a month, and then another video another 6 months, you gotta consistently put stuff out, whether that's once a month or once a week, or just like be consistent with a schedule of putting stuff out. And that really, I think, helps with a channel growing. And as long as you have something good to share with the world that you think is good and the world could benefit from, oh, your channel's gonna grow like crazy, you know? And add a little bit of your own self and your own spice to it, you know? Talk in front of the camera as much, and then watch yourself talk in front of the camera, which I know people don't like to do, but the more you do it, the more you kind of realize what you need to improve on with talking better and being a better communicator, stuff like that. So, yes. Comic Dad says, do you have a P.O. box? I've been 3D printing orders like crazy lately, and I would love to send you something. Oh, dude, that sounds really cool. I mean, I don't have a P.O. box, but I'll send you a message sometime on the Discord thing or something. That sounds great. I would love that, dude. Steve says, Jared, I used Twitter to send you a candle pic. Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. I'll follow you on Twitter. Hey, Flyboy. Awesome. How's it going, dude? It says dioramas are great. I'm no diorama pro. I'll probably make like a simple diorama. I'm not going to do something crazy, but yeah, I'm excited to mess with this, because it's kind of hard to shoot him somewhere that seems natural, because the game is very not natural. It definitely needs some diorama stuff. So yeah, that's what my plan is. So oh, Geetron says my Kame house is just completed. Oh my gosh, dude, that looks so good. Your Kame house, yeah, if you made a video about that, and if you start making videos about how to make dioramas, how to make walls, how to make this, that's gonna draw in a lot of people. I want to watch that right there, you know. Mr. Firetime says, I have a bunch of those micro little Star Wars toys if you use for custom figures of yourself. That's really cool. Thanks, dude. Thanks for offering that. I actually have a lot more of those than I can really handle at the moment. I did a bunch of shots with some Jazzwares micro things for Disney, which is freaking cool. And you can see a lot of them on the Star Wars Twitter right now. And I have a ton of them, way more than I need at the moment, but I do really like those. I love the little mini figures that they come with. So thank you though, dude. But I will keep them for yourself. You know, keep them, make your own little mini collection. Steve says, Jared, other than the Insta issues, I hope your day-to-day life is full of happiness and joy. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that a lot. And actually, it's things are okay, and I've accepted the fact that I might not ever get it back ever, and that's totally okay. I got the YouTube channel and everything else, and I'll gain things back, and things will be fine. But yeah, there's definitely have been some rough days for me where I'm just like constantly I'm just like super sensitive. I'm just like, everything just affects me, and I'm just like either mad or I'm just like upset. It's just like, just because I'm just like, it's weird because my Instagram is such a huge part of my everyday life that I can't message people. It just feels weird, like a huge chunk of my life is missing. And at the same time I say that, I'm like, that's so sad. Like, why is my Instagram account? And then that's also caused me to spend more time on other things like family and spending time with Harleen, doing stuff to us together, and just other things, which has made me appreciate, like, okay, my life isn't just this. So it's good. It's a real good thing. Thank you, Mr. Kiwi. Everything's gonna be good either way. Even if I lose it, it's fine. It's good. It's gonna be good. It might even be kind of fun to see if I can gain everything back, you know. OFP Marine says, I'm still not on my Instagram. I feel similar about mine. Hanging, man, sucks, dude. Yeah, it's not happy with Facebook. the comparison between how Google handles the people that, you know, their customers, I guess, their people, as opposed to how Facebook handles their people, not even close. Google's literally amazing in helping with people, their YouTube creators and stuff. Facebook doesn't care at all. I mean, that's what it seems like. Maybe they do, and they're just really busy. It seems like they just don't care. Mr. Firetime says, I swear it's so weird making a toy photography post and not being able to tag Sirdork in it. Well, eventually it will. Eventually it will. Whether it be Sir.dork in the future or what, I don't know. All right, you guys. Have a really great rest of the night. Have a great weekend. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for sticking around. So, yeah. See you guys. Thanks again.